I'm about to go live. Yeah. Tell him I'm about to go live. Yeah.
Wampus Cat football is on the air. The 2024 Atoka Wampus Cats are presented by AmeriState Bank. The Atoka Wampus Cats are sponsored by Brown's Funeral Service, Farmers Insurance Agent Lucinda Holland, Logan & Sons, and Shamrock Bank. The 2024 Wampus Cats are brought to you by Westside Dentistry, the Studeville Family of Dealers, and First Bank. The Wampus Cats are sponsored in part by D&H Wholesale Tires, Genesis Abstract, and Ritter Express Pharmacy. Also helping to bring you the Wampus Cats, the RX Shop, H&L Custom Processing, and the Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma. And now let's head to the field for your Atoka Wampus Cats.
Live from Atoka Wampus Cat Stadium, it is game time, high school football in the air at the current moment. We got a little overcast right now, but it's starting to clear out. We've got a kickoff temperature of about 86 degrees. It's beautiful weather, and it is week one in Atoka as they take on Ringling coming up, game one of the season. Michael Gabbard and Kaylin Nagorski on the broadcast this afternoon. We will be with you through the course of the season, and I hope you enjoy. If you're listening in on KHKC 102.1, we do have a new location for our video stream. You can still access the stream from ionsports.pro from your website, or you can just go straight into YouTube itself from your TV or wherever it is you are on the go, and just look for a Wampus Cat Atoka. That's it. It's that simple. And I'm telling you, this is going to be such an amazing game. These two teams have been playing each other for 3 straight years now. Ringling has the upper hand on Atoka right now. They had a win against Atoka back in 2021 by a score of 48-0, but it's only gotten better since then. 30-14 in 2022, and then, of course, last year an extremely close game, a loss 15-12. Both of these teams are returning a lot from last year. Ringling probably returning a little bit more than what Atoka is, but we're going to get into all the details of that coming up here in just a second. But my man, Kaylin, you haven't been on a broadcast with me in about 4 years, man. It's good to have you on here. You are an alum of Atoka as well. What does it feel like coming back to your alma mater and getting to broadcast for a team that you played for?
Hey, I couldn't ask for a better opportunity, and I appreciate you having me on this evening. And we're looking forward to a phenomenal Week 1 football game here with the Ringling Blue Devils and the Wampus Cats. And it's going to be a beautiful evening, and I'm ready to get things kicked off. How about you?
I'm ready. Our video presentation today also is brought to you by AmeriState Bank. On the go and informed, that's banking with AmeriState Bank's mobile app, ASB Everywhere. Download for free on your iPhone or your Android device. Matter of fact, I had to use that today. All right, I had to transfer money from one bank to another. It was fast, it was simple. We got it done with, and I didn't have to go anywhere to do it. I did it from the comfort of my own home. So, also pregame right now in Atoka, live on KHKC and the Ion Sports Network. Our pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. With Chevy trucks, you're ready for anything. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. We're going to take a break real quick. During the break, we're going to get to Coach Cup and have a conversation with him in our pregame's coaches show. And we're going to hear from the new superintendent coming up in just a bit. Stick around. Again, it is KHKC 102.1.
AmeriState Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At AmeriState Bank, you're more than a customer. You're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at AmeriStateBank.com. AmeriState Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
You are listening to the Pregame Coaches Show with Jacob Cup on KHKC.
From year one to now, what adjustments as a head coach have you taken in regards to your approach heading into weeks 0 and weeks 1?
Not much has changed. I mean, from that first year, we came in here. We didn't have very many guys. We knew it was going to be kind of one of those deals where we had to get back on track, and it's hasn't really changed. I mean, we start out early. We're pretty hard on them. It's like I always say this when we have our banquet at the end of the year. I mean, it's not easy being an Atoka Wampus Cat because we push on them pretty hard, and we expect a lot out of them. There's a lot of expectations, and there's a lot of pressure sometimes. But, I'd rather have it that way than the other way around. So,
you talk about the pressure, and from season to season. Last year, obviously maybe not the greatest compared to what you've had in season past. But as a head coach, you're doing more than just coaching wins and losses. I mean, look back last year, I can't remember which game it was, but I took a picture of Mike Shields hugging one of his coaches at the end of a loss, and he's visibly in tears. And that meant a lot, at least to me as a parent, knowing that I've got kids in sports and the impact that you've got on young men, especially not just in the sports world, but teaching them about what it is in life and how to become a better man as they get older. Tell me a little bit about how that...
Well, like I said, we're hard on them, but we're hard on them for the right reasons. We're trying to make them better people. We're trying to make them responsible. I mean, we got kids, we got kids that slip up sometimes, and whether it be grades, whether it be getting in trouble or whatever it may be, and our job is to, help steer them in the right direction because ultimately, I mean, we're only going to have them for a few years of their life, and they're going to be out there on their own doing the real thing. So our goal is just to, that's one great thing about football. I mean, not knocking any other thing else, but there's a lot of things that go into that have to be very detailed and very prepared and all that. And there's a lot of things you got that teach a kid when you're out there. I mean, things are not going to go always good. It's a football game's a roller coaster. You might be up, you might be down, and when those things happen, you got to be able to step up and do something about it. Because same thing for me. I mean, there's times when I'm having a bad day, and I got 2 choices. I can either just sit there and pout about it, or I can go out there and do something about it.
Right. Yeah. Do you have any old players that reach out to you from maybe even just that first year?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
Who do you talk to the most in regards to older players?
I feel like that senior class a couple of years ago, a lot of those kids talked to me quite a bit. And then probably from, I don't know, that group of sophomores when I first got here. So I can't remember how many years ago that was they graduated, but I talked to quite a few of them. And then, like I said, we didn't have, and then just a couple from the year before that. We only had a few seniors that first year.
Yeah.
I think we had 2. So I talked to one of those quite a bit, but I mean, they always call. I had one call last night.
And looking back from year one versus now, I mean, I look back at year one, and the difference that I see is on the sidelines, there was like 20 guys that first year. What are we looking at roster this year?
There was like 10, but
yeah,
there was like 10 guys on the sideline.
It was such a small group of guys that first year, you know.
Well, it was crazy. Like, we had, I think, 16 guys, and we finished the season with 5 linemen, and then the next year we had 50 out, you know, and then the year after that, I think it's kind of average. It's just, we always keep it around in the 40s. Like this year, I think we got 47, I think, out right now. And
wow.
So it's just, and here's the deal. It's like some years we got more and a little bit less, but we always keep it around the 40s, you know, and some years we'll start out more. And we've actually gained a few from move-ins this year. And we haven't, one thing that's different in the past, you know, usually when you start out, you lose a couple of kids for this, that, or the other. And this year we haven't lost any, so.
That's awesome. I mean, just the change from year one to year two was, you know, incredible, especially when we talk about wins and losses, which, you know, I know you want to forget that first year almost in a sense, but you always have that build-up year when you start fresh into a new program, and you've had a lot of success in that time. My question is, are there any players on this current roster that reminds you of some of those older guys?
Well, I tell them all the time, this group kind of reminds me of that 2019 team, you know, because, you know, we had that not very good first year, and then we came in and everybody was just, you know, kind of hungry to fix it, you know, and it's kind of the same deal. I mean, I know we still went 3-7 and only lost a couple close ones last year, so we very easily could have been 6-4 very easily, you know,
right.
And I think it was like 13 points difference, you know, we lost by 3, a 2, and a 7, I think, in those games, but I think the biggest difference is, like I said, those guys are coming out, and even like you look at the skill types, the offensive line, all those kind of the body types, all very similar to that 2019 team, and the way they kind of played for each other, and how, you know, they're serious, and all they want to do is get better every day and work their tails off and do things the right way, and it's very similar to that group.
What has been the greatest challenge for you in regards to this upcoming game and preseason?
Well, for one thing, I mean, and you know this, we always try to schedule the toughest teams we can find early because we want to know where we're at, and that's one reason why we picked them up a few years ago, was because I know they're always going to show up, they're going to be physical, they're going to get after us, and this year especially, I mean, compared to last year, they're better up front, they're going to come off the ball and do things the right way, and like I've known those guys forever, and they're good, great coaches, and they're going to get after us. And getting the hardest thing in doing that and doing it early is, you know, sometimes you're not always as physical as you need to be early. And I feel like I think we're a step ahead of where we normally are at this time. But still, we better show up and get after it, or they'll get after us real quick.
Any of those challenges kind of molded you guys for better success against Ringling this season versus last season?
I mean, like I said, and even like when it comes to scrimmages, I mean, when Broken Bow called me on one of the scrimmages, I was like, let's go, because the quicker we get better looks and better all that, then maybe we'll be more prepared week one. I know when we first got here, we were scrimmaging guys that, you know, weren't as talented, and I feel like that kind of set us back a little bit. And now the only downside of that is sometimes you kind of get beat up a little bit, but luckily we're kind of injury free right now, so it kind of worked out for us. But other than that, I think we're good to go. So
last year, really close game. Defensively, you guys were on point for the majority of that game. I mean, you lose 12-15 against a team that went on to the playoffs last year. They finished the season 7-4, and they've got some players coming back this season that are set to have really good years. What are we looking to expect out of Ringling this season versus maybe of last year?
That's going to be pretty much kind of the same, but like I said, they're better. They're more physical up front. They're going to run the ball, and they're going to, when it comes to throwing, they're going to run those little bootlegs, and they're going to do all those little things. And on defense, they're going to be stout. I mean, they're going to come off and get after you and kind of move around a little bit and slant up front, and and kind of confuse our offensive linemen, and we got to do a great job up there of communicating and doing the things we go over through the week. And I mean, there's a reason we practice so long all the time. I mean, I know the kids probably hate it sometimes, but like we tell them, if they want to be successful, that's what it takes sometimes. Like I said, we put a lot of work into it. Just the coaches. I mean, we're up here all weekend, and I mean, we don't get a day off. It's constant going. So,
You know, outside of that Lindsay game, you know, Lindsay was really the tough loss last season. A lot of close losses last year. What does the depth look like in regards defensively this year for the Wampus Cats?
It's a lot better. We even had some young guys come in, I think, that are going to give us some depth. As freshmen, you know, which usually is not a case. I mean, we've been lucky throughout the years of having some very talented freshmen come through, but I think this year we got a couple that are going to be able to help us out in the secondary. We got some older guys that are going to have some depth in the secondary, but we linebacker-wise, we got some guys that can help us there if something were to happen. And D-line, I think we got three rounds of D-linemen that can go in and, you know, that we trust to go in there and play a little bit. And I mean, that's a big thing right there. I mean, because you watch some of these week 0 games, a lot of teams are getting tired. And I'm not saying we won't get tired, because I'm sure we will, but there's having a little bit of depth and being able to rotate some guys in that you trust that they can play, and that helps out a ton. So
especially in that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
You know, the fourth quarters can get really long.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of it, you kind of took the words out of my mouth. My next question was going to be, who are some upcoming either young guys or new guys to the program that you see making an immediate impact?
I mean, there's quite a few. I mean, I don't want to just sit here and name a few because I'll leave someone off. But like I said, I would say there's about 3 or 4 freshmen that are for sure going to help on special teams. And then there's probably a couple of them that'll, you know, I know we got one's going to rotate in at some receiver and maybe be a backup in the secondary. And we got one that can probably play at multiple positions. So we're looking to see how things go, and if we get them in the game, and see how they react and how things go. And as time goes on, I think by the end of the season, I think our depth's only going to get better, because some of these guys are just a step away from, you know, being one of those guys we trust to play, and I think we're getting close to that. So,
offensively, you've got a lot of experience coming back. You lose some guys, but you've got some experience, especially at the quarterback position. Yeah. What do we see any kind of changes offensively? I know we're probably going to stick to the power eye, of course, but are we going to see anything different with some experience back there at that quarterback position?
No, I mean, like I said, he's been around forever, it feels like. So he does a great job at, you know, commanding the offense and getting us lined up, doing our checks. I mean, like I said, we ask a lot of him. He does a lot of things that a lot of people can't do sometimes. And then again, we got some other guys that could also come in and help there as well. But I mean, we, like I said, for as simple as our offense looks, it's a little more complicated, but it's because we, like, up front, I mean, our offensive line, I mean, if they're not getting the job done, we're not winning. I mean, that's kind of what I got on them yesterday about. You know, they kind of took a play off one yesterday, and I kind of got on them a little bit, you know, because we can't, no matter how many athletes we got, because we got quite a few. I mean, that's one good thing about here. We're always going to have that clientele where we're athletic and can run and probably jump a little bit. But here's the deal: if we're not good up front, it ain't going to matter. And that's kind of where we focus on. I mean, we got 3 of our coaches are down there with the offensive line during individual, because that's how important that is. So,
even last year in the backfield, you had a guy who could lead block like Mike, you know, and a monster out there. I mean, he looked like a grown man out on the football field, you know. And so with him gone this year, what is the backfield going to look like?
We got several guys we're going to throw through back there. I mean, you got at fullback, we're going to have, you know, JD, he's going to play there. We're going to have Tristan Coban's going to play there. Tegan Richardson's going to play there. And then at tailback, we got, of course, Zeke Brooks, Zach Jim, and, of course, JD's will probably get some back there. I mean, we got several guys that are going to help out back there. And, you know, I mean, we got some guys that can run. I mean, and we're going to run some of our receivers, too. I mean, we're going to do some, you know, we might get in the gun a little bit and run a jet sweep or two. I mean, I know the gun's a little different than what you see around here very often, but we'll get back there some. And but we'll do. I mean, we got quite a bit in this week. I mean, that's one good thing about the experience that we have. We're able to do more than what we normally do, and hopefully we don't forget what we're doing, and we just can get out there and get after them.
7's a lucky number, Coach.
I hope so. I hope so.
Your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. Find your summer adventure and bring along everyone you love. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
Your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. Find your summer adventure and bring along everyone you love. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. You are listening to the Atoka Spotlight featuring Dr. Karch, the new superintendent for Atoka Public Schools on KHKC.
Welcome into the pregame show. I am currently sitting with Dr. Karch, the new superintendent for Atoka Public Schools. And if you are tuning in, you're watching the video right now on the Ion Sports Network. You've got the beautiful backdrop of the football field in the background. You didn't have a view like this where you were currently at, did you?
No, I did not.
Was this something that sold you on the job? I mean, did it have a factor in any of it?
No, it didn't sell me on the job, but it definitely was impressive the first day that I got a chance to come into the administration office and see the view overlooking the football field. I'm looking forward to some cool October weather where I can sit out and just do some of my work outside, and I'm looking forward to that for sure.
So tell us a little bit about where you came from and how you ended up here at Atoka.
I've had 13 years of experience as a superintendent. I spent 6 at Calvin, just north of here, and the previous county. I've been there for 7 years, and when this job opened, I just kind of reached out. I was curious, and one thing led to another, and here I am today.
Do you have any cool hobbies that you're going to get to bring now that you've moved back to the Atoka area?
Yeah, I'm an avid golfer. I love to play golf. Nice. And I also like to deer hunt. So those are the two things that I do to kind of keep my sanity.
I think the golf and you and I are going to get along just fine. Good. So that's good. We got the course, by the way, here at Atoka is looking a lot better than it did a couple of years ago. Mark and those guys have done a great job. Have you been by yet?
I may be the newest member of the Atoka Trails Golf and Country Club. I joined about a month ago. So
that is too cool. So what are some things that you're planning on bringing to Atoka?
One of the things when this is just my philosophy, but when I come into a district, I never feel like it's they're hiring me to come in and bring some cookie cutter approach for a school, because every school district, every community, I believe, is different. And so, one of the things that I try to do is I try to come in and look at the vision of what the community wants out of their school and what the school board and our teachers. And I try to, I feel like my job as a superintendent is to advance that vision rather than bring in what Chris Karch thinks a school should look like. Now, obviously, I'm going to have things that I'm going to bring in, and, things that I may tweak and change here and there as I see fit. But mostly, I just feel like my job is to align with the vision of the city of Atoka.
And when you see the city of Atoka, what are some of those visions just right off the bat when you got here that you thought maybe you could implement?
Sure. One of the things that really sold me on coming to Atoka Public Schools, I was sold on all of the different things that our kids are able to participate in, that we're offering, that so many schools the size of Atoka they don't have those opportunities, and so that was very, very exciting to me. And I'm looking forward to continuing one, to advance what we got, and two, look at opportunities to just continue to expand on the opportunities, because that's really what it's all about. It's what we can offer our kids. It's what we can offer our students, so that they can be exposed to things that 25, 30 years ago in southeastern Oklahoma, nobody would have ever probably thought a school would be able to offer. And, that's going to lead our kids, this whole new generation, to an expanding workforce that's not, like I said, maybe not what people thought was, our kids were going to be interested 25, 30 years ago.
It's interesting when you say that too, because myself being an Atoka alum, 20 years ago, we didn't have a lot of the stuff that we have here. And the thing about my job is I get to travel to multiple different schools, across the state of Oklahoma and Texas, and Atoka's got it pretty good right now. And so you're actually stepping into a very good situation, not something where you're going to have to come in and fix things.
Oh, absolutely, and that was one of the selling points for me, coming to Atoka. It was what they already had and the potential of what we can offer in the future.
Now, let me ask you this. Football season is upon us now. Have you already got all of your Atoka Wampus Cat gear?
I have a lot. Yes, I actually do. I'm ready cold weather. I've got T-shirts, polos.
So you're going
coats.
to the away games?
I am going to away games.
Awesome.
Absolutely. I love athletics. I think it brings, it just offers so much to our kids. But more than that, it gives our community a chance to have something to be proud of, and it's a lot of fun. And if you're going to be an administrator in small town Oklahoma, you better enjoy athletics. You better enjoy watching our kids compete, and our activities, our band, our cheer. It's not just athletics. It's getting out and being supportive of our different programs, our FFA, all of those different aspects, because every kid's not a linebacker, but every kid, they're all equally as important, and they all deserve our attention and our support.
Now, I know this probably won't matter to you, but it matters to me. Are you an OU fan or an OSU fan?
That's a tough one.
Answer lightly.
All right. So here's the story. I grew up an OU football fan. I mean, that's just what we did. I got older, started really Eddie Sutton, the basketball years at OSU. Yes, I really became a fan of Eddie Sutton. And so as I became an adult with really no ties to OU or OSU, I'm one of those guys that always cheer for both teams. Now, when they play each other, my rule is whoever has the most to gain, that's who I root for.
That's fair. I can take that answer.
Yeah.
I'll let you slide on that.
Okay.
Boomer Sooner, though.
My doctorate's actually from OSU, too.
Nice. Okay. Well, then you got a better excuse than I do. Man, it's such a pleasure to have you in today. Or actually, we're in your place of business at the moment. Tell me about the access to your location compared to where you previously have worked at.
Well, we're actually in a standalone administration building. It's myself and the folks that work in the office and really run the school. People think the superintendent runs the school. It's not. It's those ladies that are working in the office and
Lisa's great, by the way.
They do so much and have so much knowledge, but we're here and we're accessible. I've always had an open door policy. I mean, you show up, you call me, I'm going to talk to you. And so I would invite anybody if they like to come out and just sit down. I mean, they don't have to have a complaint. I don't like complaints. Just like to come sit down and tell me how the crappie's biting, and we can talk a little bit about deer hunting or whatever. I would love to do that and just get to meet as many folks from the community as I can.
Such a pleasure to have you on the broadcast today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Dr. Karch.
Your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get the coverage that meets your needs. Farmers Insurance agent Lucinda Holland can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling agent Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3744 to find out how she can help you protect the things that matter most to you. That's Lucinda Holland.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Welcome back into KHKC 1021 FM. Today's game is brought to you by AmeriState Bank, the video stream that is. And your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. With impressive towing, incredible bed and tailgate functionality, and powerful engines, Chevy Silverado, Colorado, and Tahoe have what you need to get things done when you want to do it all. Chevy's got you. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Michael Gabbard, Kalen Nagorski in the booth here tonight. It is Friday Night Lights in Oklahoma. The Atoka Wampus Cats are taking on Ringling. It is a rematch from last year, an extremely close game to which Atoka fell short 15-12. And there's a new district alignment this season. We've got new teams. One of the teams we haven't played before is actually where our superintendent had came from, Morris. And we talked a little bit about that in the pregame show with him. But as far as what District 8 looks like at the current moment, you've got Henrietta, Antlers, Commerce, Morris, Spiro, Valiant, Vian, and Wilburton. Now, we've all played those teams except for Morris. This will be the first time, at least since 2000, that Atoka and Morris have matched up. Now, I've gone back and looked at stats for the last couple of years, and I think that's the only team that we haven't played in the state of Oklahoma. So, first time for everything. The one thing that we want to try to work on is the first time beating Ringling. That's what we're really looking forward to right now.
Yeah, one game, one snap at a time. You know, rely on your keys, rely on your coaching, and believe in yourself, man. Go out there and have some fun. It's football season.
You know, the funny thing about the beginning of the football season is we got our preseason favorites, whether it's high school football, it's the NFL, college football. We all have an idea of what things are going to look like, but you just don't know until the season starts and that first snap happens to really, truly know what you have as a football team. So it'll be interesting to see how Atoka comes out on their home field and works with a team that is going to be returning a lot of starters, a lot of talent. They've got high expectations. Not that Atoka doesn't, but this was a playoff team from last year to which we talked about in that pregame coaches show. Atoka missed the playoffs for the first time in Jacob Cup's tenure since that very first season.
Well, one thing to keep in mind is that, yeah, and Ringling did make the playoffs, and that's awesome. We're happy for him, and we hope everybody gets a heck of a shot at going to the playoffs. But you have
Except
to put
for
in.
Vian.
Well, I don't know about that.
Vian, the number one team in 2A right now, and they're in our district, just FYI.
Well, these guys are going to come out here, and they're going to be ready to start rolling some heads. They're excited. What a night for Week 1 football. It's not even hot outside. That's insane.
It's hotter in the booth than it actually is outside. There's actually the wind, though, outside, and we're not really getting a lot of wind from that AC in the background, which a lot of people are like, you got AC in the booth? Yeah, we do, but it's not working right now. So, you know, we'll get that fixed at least sometime halfway through the season. But, man, I'm excited. We've got 7 minutes, under 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go before the start of kickoff. And we've got a lot to cover. We'll talk about what some of our expectations are coming into the season in just a few minutes. We'll take a quick break here on KHKC 102.1 FM. But just keep in mind, too, that, well, let me actually change this up real quick before I do that. Sorry. Let's just keep in mind real quick that there could be some changes in the offense in regards to how Atoka approaches things offensively in this game. We won't go too much into it, but we're used to seeing that power out. We may see some changes this season, so that'll be interesting to see. Anyway, we'll get to that in just a few minutes. Again, it is the pregame show brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. We are live on KHKC 102.1 FM. You can view this video by going to our YouTube page, Wampus Cat's Atoka, and watch this game live on video. Our video presentation brought to you by AmeriState Bank, presenting Star. Also, we'll have the star of the game coming up here in just a few minutes, or at the end of the game, but we'll talk a little bit about what that will entail. And AmeriState Bank on the go and informed. That's banking with AmeriState Bank's mobile app. ASB everywhere. Download for free on your iPhone or your Android device. We'll be right back.
Your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Since 1971, Westside Family Dentistry has been committed to enhancing the natural beauty and function of your smile while improving your oral and overall health. Using state-of-the-art technology, our friendly staff will take care of all your needs, from routine care, crown and bridge, implants, and even orthodontics, including Invisalign. Westside Family Dentistry is the premier choice to create beautiful, healthy smiles for the whole family.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big, and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma has some exciting news. Opening this fall, the new location at 457 South Mississippi Avenue in Atoka will open. This large, modern health center will be able to provide comprehensive health care complete with an in-house discount pharmacy, serving all patients, regardless of their ability to pay. Same-day appointments available, accepting insured and non-insured patients alike. Open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Fridays 7:30 to 11:30 a.m. For more information, visit the current location at 1556 South Virginia Avenue. Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma. The right team making a difference.
Your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. Find your summer adventure and bring along everyone you love. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
The RX shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their two daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
Your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. This summer, unlock the happiness a new Chevy brings. From where you go and what you tow to who you bring along, find your summer adventure in your Chevy Summer Drive. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
AmeriState Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At AmeriState Bank, you're more than a customer. You're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at AmeriStateBank.com. AmeriState Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
All right, we're getting everything fixed up. By the way, a big shout out to Atoka Public Schools. They are getting into the broadcast with us. They started a video department. Steve Welch is ahead of that at the current moment, and he has literally spent endless hours, it feels like, today trying to get everything set up. So we're going to have multiple cameras today. We've got cameras out on the sidelines. We've got a ton of cool things to bring to you. And, of course, that's coming through the help of Atoka Public Schools with that new system. We decided to pair up with them this year and try to get something special for our fans. And I think you're going to be impressed with the video presentation in Atoka. Ringling coming out onto the field. They're led by head coach Tanner Coons. This is a football-rich family. Of course, his father was the head coach at Ringling prior. He took over, and they have had a ton of success. And here comes your Atoka Wampus Cats for the first time, the start of the 24-25 season.
Man, I've got goosebumps. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Are you ready?
We've waited a long time.
I know, it feels like 2 years since the last time we got a chance to get out on to a broadcast here at Wampus Cat Stadium. And now it is time, and we are live. And I believe you said Atoka will set to receive to start things off. What do you need? Paper? Right there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for kickoff for our 2024 football season here in Atoka, Oklahoma. Everybody on your feet.
And there is
make some noise.
Atoka coming out to the field.
Returning the opening kickoff.
Set back to return will be Danny Scott, the freshman.
And Ezekiel Brooks, it looks like.
Brooks, tons of speed. And there's the kickoff to start the season. It's well, it bounces off the hands. He's going to pick it up at the 1 yard line, but he's not going to be able to do much with that. And it's going to be terrible field position. Forward progress will keep it at about the 2 yard line, but just right off the hands.
It rolled into the end zone. I believe he could have just sat on it and took it out to the 20, no?
No. And I believe, who was that? That was number 10, Ezekiel Brooks. And so, missed opportunity there to get things started off on the kick, but we'll see how the offense fares backed up at their own 2. In the video presentation brought to you by AmeriState Bank. First offensive possession of the year, and Atoka has got the football. Peyton Pugh is your quarterback. I formation. They're going to hand it to the fullback, and he's going to pick up some positive yardage, and that is number 24, J.D. Bland. It feels like J.D. Bland has been here for a long time.
You got to love seeing the power eye, though. That was a solid 4 yard run.
Yeah, J.D. Bland, he's a big kid. He's listed as 5'11", 200 pounds, but I guarantee he's probably got a little bit more size than that to him.
Kid was hitting the weight room hard this summer.
Yeah, he was. He's definitely wanting to play college football. Same thing with Peyton. We'll see how his season goes this year. A lot of experience there behind center. And another handoff up the middle to J.D. Bland will pick up a couple of positive yardage. And that's pretty close to moving the chains, is it not? It is.
That's going to be a first down Atoka Wampus Cats. Starting off their 2-yard line, picking up 8 yards on two possessions?
So Atoka on their first drive, they started at the 2. 2 plays in, a first down. And they're lined back up in the power I. You've got J.D. Bland and Brooks in the backfield.
Prince Coleman out wide.
They're going to swing this out and not really pick up anything on the play. I think they're going to lose 2 yards.
Yeah, I believe it was a tailback sweep, but Ringling came in there screaming. They were ready.
You know, Jacob Cup brought the power I in. That first year was kind of a struggle. Didn't see a lot of points on the board. They come out against Colgate in year 2 and put up some impressive points. And the offense has rocked since. You know, and it's not necessarily about, as we've got an injured player out on the field at the current moment. But
JD have a seat. I think he may be cramping early.
Oh boy, cramping this early into a game? Yeah, that might be a cramp. We're not going to speculate, obviously, but they're going to take a look at him real quick, and I think he's hopping up and getting up and walking off on his own. Just a slight limp. Could have been a stinger as well, but, you know, the power I, his philosophy on this isn't necessarily to score a ton of points. Now, if the points come, that's a great thing, but it's mainly about managing clock and letting your defense come over. He is a defensive-minded coach. Defense first, offense second. And, you know, to tell you the truth, that's pretty much every championship coach's philosophy.
I'm a nobody now, but I can tell you I'm way more of a defensive fan than an offensive fan. That power I is all about bring what you got, and you better bring it hard.
So J.D. Bland out. That brings in number 45, Tegan Richardson. And they're set back to pass. It's going to be a long pass down the sideline towards the 30. I don't think he caught it. And he did not. That was intended for number 2? 23? L.J. Lefevre.
I know Kyson Fincher and Colt Lester were on the defense for Ringling defending that one.
We didn't get starting lineups because it was game time decision. So I'm really going by this off the fly. Although I am very happy with the black uniforms and the white lettering. That is definitely a lot better than it has been in past. And now we've got the shotgun. 3 to the left, trips left, rolling out. Pugh throws the pass to the 15-yard line, and it bounces off the hands of the intended wide receiver. And Brooks not able to hang on to it. That's going to bring up 4th down and 14 with 9:55 remaining in the first quarter of play.
Well, the Atoka Wampus Cats did a good job of trying to move the ball down the field, getting that first down. But, Ringling stepped up, and they decided that they'd had enough of it.
So we're going to set back to punt here, and hopefully our camera person will get the punt. Does not. And it is a short punt. Bounces to the 30, rolls out about the 32. And so really good field position for Ringling to start this game off for their first offensive possession. Talk about Ringling, this is their first game 2 of the season, so this is their first offensive possession of the year. We'll see how that goes, but you got to be, it's their 33 is where it actually is going to start, but you got to like where your field position is, especially to start the year off.
They got a short field to work with. We'll see what they come out with on this first offensive possession.
So here comes Ringling. And they're running a shotgun, very tight set here. Number 12, Peyton Waldy, the quarterback, senior. Handoff up the middle, and it's stuffed. Looks like coming in to make the stop was Wade McCall, and an outstanding linebacker. And who do you have helping with there, Kalen?
I believe it was LJ Lefebvre. LJ.
No gain on the play, so we're going to have 2nd down and 10 coming up. I guess they did get a little bit of a gain, but it was just inches.
It may have been a yard.
Tight set once again. And they're going to hand off up the middle. Hits the B gap down to about the 25. So good yardage on that play, and it sets up 3rd down and short.
That was Kyson Fincher, the senior.
That's going to bring up a big 3rd down for the Wampus Cat defense.
Atoka on their first possession, 5 plays and a punt. Ringling right now on their 3rd play, 3rd down and 2. Ball is technically spotted just a little past the 25-yard line. Tight set. And they're going to hand off tackle, past the 1st down marker, and a good gain by number 5, Kyson Fincher.
We're going to have a flag on the play.
Considering where it's at, I would assume that it would probably be holding or either a face mask up the line.
A personal foul against the Wampus Cats.
And it will go against the defense. So that will push Ringling forward. They'll be at the 8-yard line. And it's now 1st down and goal for the Blue Devils.
Ringling taking a really, in my opinion, a different approach on their offensive scheme here.
Yeah, they don't really run a lot of these tight sets like this last year. They did spread it out just a little bit. I mean, it was a lot of quarterback, running back, but tightened up the middle. And now a quarterback keeper out to the left side of the field, and he gets up to about the 4-yard line. Just depends on where they spot the knee. I think they're going to spot this actually just a little bit forward of the – no, they did put it at the 4-yard line.
Peyton Waldy for the Ringling Blue Devils. We got a little bit of a personnel switch for the Atoka Wampus Cats.
In the backfield, Fincher and Waldy. Tight set. Handoff, off tackle, gets to the 1, in for the touchdown. And scoring on that drive with Kyson Fincher. A 4-yard run for the first score of the game.
Yeah, Kyson Fincher keeping it, headed for that outside corner of the end zone. He had an Atoka Wampus Cat defender sitting there waiting for him, but I'm just afraid they didn't have enough hats on him.
Ringling set up for the extra point.
Mr. Kyson Fincher, the Ringling Blue Devils, man, he wears a lot of hats on this football team. He's the placeholder for the kicker here.
Trying to draw Atoka off sides, and we got a stoppage of the play, penalty. They're going to call offsides on the defense. I wonder if Ringling will go for it here with the extra yardage. I got a couple coming off, and it looks like the quarterback is coming back out onto the field. Waldy wasn't set up for the extra point. And they're going to have a quick discussion here. Okay, 18 seconds. They're going to have to get him out there. 6-0. Ringling with the football. 6:45 on the clock in the first quarter of play. 2-point conversion coming up now as they line up in that tight set. And here is the snap up the middle, in for 2. So our score on Ringling's first offensive possession of the game, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and our score is 8-0 with 6:45 in the first quarter. We'll be back here on the Ion Sports Network in just a minute.
Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the third generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
Welcome back into the Ion Sports Network. Looks like we had a change in the call. There was a penalty against Ringling. What the penalty was, I did not see. It came in literally the last second. So the score is actually still 6-8. And now here comes the extra point as the kick. And the kick is up. The kick is no good. It looked like it was blocked at the front of the line.
It could have just been barely tipped.
Boy, that's huge. 6-0 here. We'll actually keep it here live at the football stadium at the current moment. 6-0, 6:45 remaining in the first. Atoka gets another shot at offense here. Started off with terrible field position. We're kind of backed up in the corner. Didn't have a lot, disposable to their playbook. Atoka comes out, and you've got a script on offense of what you want to run in that first game.
They do, but their back was up against the wall. But, it's the first possession of the season. Guys may be a little bit jittery, but now that they've worked, a few of the kinks out and they made some contact, all the butterflies are gone. And let's see if they settle down and get some good field position and are ready to play some ball.
4-yard TD run. They scored on the 2-point conversion. It was called back. Went for the extra point instead and turned out with nothing. So it's 6-0. Hopefully our camera will shift over to the kicker. There we go. And now Ringling set to kick. It is a short kick and goes out of bounds. So Atoka will start off with better field position now compared to the last.
They got a little bit of breathing room now, so let's see what Coach Cup comes up with here on this first possession, their second drive. I got to give it to the Ringling Blue Devils, though. Man, what a statement to show up and put one in the end zone right off the bat, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of how you want your season to start. I mean, that's kind of how you draw it up anyway. So I'm sure you got to be happy with it. Atoka will come out in a shotgun. They'll have J.D. Bland, who, by the way, is back into the game, lined up at that tight end slot. Brooks in the backfield with Pugh. Shotgun, in round. Getting up to the 40 and out of bounds. Left side of the field was number 19. Malachi Brooks, the junior, stands at 5'10", 165 pounds. Incredible speed. Malachi Brooks was a guy they talked about a lot last year. Now, he didn't have a ton of just explosive plays, but they talk about how quick he is, how athletic he is, and how fast he can turn the corner on you. And he showed right there, he's got the ability, because really, at the start of that play, it didn't look like Atoka was going to get any yardage.
No, he's a talented young man, and as soon as he gets it pointed north, he is very quick. Very, very quick.
And, of course, penalty on the play.
I didn't see what that may have been.
It's going to drive Atoka back to the 30-yard line. First down and 15. Shift on the offensive line. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers set right. They're going to hand off to Brooks. Hits the corner, down to the 30, 40, 50. One man to beat, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. He was tackled by Kyson Fincher out of bounds, and that is a Wampus Cat first down as they move to the opponent's side of the field.
That's the big first explosive play that we've seen here tonight, and that's what the Atoka Wampus Cats are looking for. They want to move this football and put one in the end zone. Oh, we've got another injured player, Mike.
Can't see who's down.
Again,
is that JD?
It looks like
again?
JD.
Well, he's struggling in this game. Looks like it could be an ankle. We're not going to, again, speculate too much, but the way he's hobbling, looks like he's going to be all right, but he's having a few issues down there. I wonder if they're just going to tape that up, get him to work through it. Because obviously he hurt himself a few plays before and stayed in the game, so obviously he feels like he can play to some extent.
He may, that ankle may be bothering him. I don't want to speculate as well, but we'll let him get a breather, and hopefully he'll make it back out onto the field here shortly.
First quarter of action, 6:33 remaining. Atoka's got the ball at the 39, or the 40, I'm sorry, the 44. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers set off to the right, and Peyton's going to keep this one. Positive yardage past the 40, down to about the 38.
This is a strong 7-yard pickup for the Wampus Cats there.
A lot of speed, too.
I'm starting to see a change in Coach Cupp's offensive play calling here, and he's got a little bit more motion. He's kind of came away from that power eye. He didn't like what he saw there on that first possession. And it looks like his play calling is doing a fantastic job.
Well, it's easier to hit that outside, too, from the shotgun. And you can put a few in motion, and they're going to put Brooks out to the left side of the field.
Penalty flag.
Another flag on the play.
Delay of game against the Wampus Cats.
Yep, delay of game.
And a loss of 5 yards.
In the backfield, too, is Tristan Coben.
Remains second down.
I think you remember that name.
Absolutely. Who doesn't remember that name?
You know who his dad is?
Well, sure.
Shotgun. 1 wide receiver set to the right, 1 to the left. Throw down the field is, so close to being caught at the 12-yard line.
LJ Lefebvre.
Yeah, they were trying to hit LJ down the field. It was a pretty throw. LJ just couldn't get the fingertips on it.
Yeah, he had a defender right there in his hip pocket the whole way down the sideline, though.
And we got more flags. Pass interference. That's going to move the chains for the Wampus Cats. Oh, for a second, he pointed back to Atoka. It was pass interference on Atoka.
I was watching LJ the whole time. I didn't see anything out of the norm there, but
no, I was saying that I thought with him pointing that way, they were calling pass interference on Atoka. It was on Ringling.
Oh, yeah, you are correct. My apologies.
It was just the officials right now. They're having a hard time communicating with each other. It's kind of funny here in this first quarter. Handoff, hitting the outside off tackle. Brooks has 1 man to beat. Flags on the play, though. I wonder if they're going to get Atoka for holding on the outside. It looked like, who was that? Tristan Coben might have held on the outside.
Solid carry by Brooks there, and he moved to the outside and was dancing a little bit.
Yeah, no real reason for that hold either. It was towards the back of the 3 blockers. You still had 2 blockers out in front, so it wasn't really going to make much of a difference. And that's just a learning thing.
Yeah, so one key thing here that I'm seeing early in the first quarter is that we're seeing little mistakes, and these little mistakes can be fixed. They can be fixed, but it's difficult coming right out of the gate. It is. And they're going to see this in film when they go back.
So we've got shotgun once again. Brooks in the backfield. And they've been looking at him a lot. We got man in motion. And Pugh will keep it. Picks up a couple of yards. It'll bring up second down and long. 4:34 remaining on the clock here in the first quarter.
Curious to see how Coach Cup executes his depth chart here. And I know I've seen LJ getting some action. DJ's been getting some action. Or I'm sorry, Ezekiel Brooks.
Coben will line up on the line now. Brooks in the backfield. Peyton under center, not under center, I guess shotgun. Looking to pass now. Steps up in the pocket. Grad from behind, slips past one tackle, gets up to about the 33-yard line. Positive yardage once again, but it's not enough for that first down. They've got to get all the way to the 18 with the ball being spotted at the 33.
Yeah, they came out in a shotgun formation. Peyton was able to pick up positive yardage on the play, but they've still got quite a ways to go here on third down.
Looked like a design quarterback draw. J.D. Bland back into the backfield as Atoka will set back up in the eye. Brooks will be alongside with him. And they're going to hand off to Bland. Cuts past one and gets down to the 27. So positive yardage once again, but that's going to bring up fourth down.
The original line of scrimmage, but that'll bring up fourth down.
So you got a decision here. You're not really going to punt it.
No, I think you ought to go for it. I mean, what do you got to lose? You're on your opponent's 29-yard line? It's still early in the game. They're up by 6. Absolutely. Take a shot at it.
And that's exactly what they're going to do with trips to the right. Shotgun for the Wampus Cats. Rolling, caught, dropped on the pass.
Yeah, Peyton was trying to hit Javon Keaton there on the outside. He just wasn't able to haul it in.
Javon Keaton is a 6-foot sophomore. Wouldn't have made the first down play anyway. You got to stretch that first down marker on those fourth down plays. And it will be a turnover for the Wampus Cats. Ringling will take over once again. But now, granted, their first offensive possession at the 32-yard line just a drive ago. So, you know, you got to take the bad and look at the positives here because field position is not in their favor at the moment.
Hey, Atoka's second offensive possession, they had a lot better field possession. They sparked a big play. Ringling coming out with their second offensive possession. Let's see what they've got.
Tight set here out of the shotgun. 9 guys up on the line. And we've got a timeout on the field with 2:08 remaining in the first quarter of play. Ringling up top 6-0 as the Wampus Cats trail. We'll be right back here on the Ion Sports Network.
Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the third generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
Welcome back in to the Ion Sports Network as we come back from a timeout and a rush up the middle for a positive gain.
And give some credit to Michael Tapia there for the Ringling Blue Devils. Made one heck of a block.
Got a minute 43 as we come back from that timeout. Ringling with the football, leading 6-0. In a tight set here for Ringling at the 34. Quarterback keeper up the middle, splits the defense, gets past the first down marker, and picks up yardage to the 42.
Yeah, he faked the handoff to Landon Parker, decided to keep it, and ended up picking up the first down.
Defense right now trying to get off the field. Ringling moving the ball with success. Started off at the 32. Really, this is the first drive on that side of the field in this game. Shotgun. Hard count. Quarterback keeper rolls past the 40 up to the 45 and out of bounds close to the 46. He's taken out of bounds by defensive end, what is that, Case Shores? Was that 20? It was.
Yeah, it was Case.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 7 with 1:05 remaining here in the first. Ringling positive yardage, positive yardage. Continue to eat clock. Handoff through the B gap, past the 45, down to the 50, and I believe that's up to the 49, depending where they're going to spot this. I think they actually have him close to the 47.
Yeah, he's very close to a first down, but there was a whole slew of Wampus Cats there.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was that this second portion of the defense that had to get to him. You know, the defensive line broke down there early on. And I'm telling you right now, the offensive line for Ringling, they're doing a fantastic job against the front of the Wampus Cat defense. And it will be 1st down and 10. Here's the shotgun. Quarterback keeper, past the 40, past the first down markers, and up to about the 36. Right down the middle of the defense.
Peyton Waldy on another quarterback keeper, and they're finding that hole right there in the Atoka Wampus Cat defense. That's the second play that went to that same side. I'm sure the Wampus Cat defensive coordinator sees that and they'll adjust appropriately.
We got a timeout called. I believe we're going to have a time. Nope, we're letting the clock run out.
Your score after 1.
It's game 1. I'll get the hang of it eventually. 6-0 after the first quarter of play here on the Ion Sports Network. Ringling on top. And your video presentation is brought to you by AmeriState Bank. We'll be back in just a minute.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
Well, second quarter coming up here on the Ion Sports Network. Michael Gabbard, Kaylin Nagorski set. Close game so far, 12 minutes on the clock in the first half. 6-0, Ringling on top and with the football as we switch sides. Beautiful night, by the way, in Atoka.
It is.
As it is perfect football weather. Shotgun formation here for Ringling coming out into the second quarter as Waldy takes the snap. Hands off. Going off tackle now is Fincher, and he'll pick up positive yardage, maybe about 5 yards on the gain.
Ringling Blue Devils just slowly chipping away at this defense.
After a gain of 5, so they bring up second down.
Defense has got to find a way to make a stop right now. The offensive line is really just splitting that front of the defense we talked about there in that first quarter.
Yeah, right now they're winning the battle up front.
Waldy looking to take the snap here. Fincher in the backfield, fakes the handoff, runs up the middle. He's stopped up front. And we have underneath there, I believe that was McCall getting in on the action. And
third down for the Wampus Cat defense.
It's a big third down stop for the Wampus Cats right here.
Well, I wanted to say that was Jimmy, was it Violers?
I didn't catch it, Mike.
Third down and 3. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff to the running back. Cuts upfield. And moves it past the first down marker.
At the 25-yard line, first down for the Blue Devils.
So on third down, Ringling keeps it alive. Again, 10:21 remaining on the clock here in the first half. 6-0 is the score. What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, just giving credit where credit's due. Peyton Waldy on the carry there for Ringling.
So here's the shotgun once again. And falling to the ground was Fincher. It looks like he just tripped up on his feet.
He did.
As soon as he took the handoff.
Yep, tripped himself up on that one.
So much going on at the line of scrimmage right now.
It is a battle up front. No, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is a battle in the trenches.
And this is the kind of ball that Coach Cup likes to see. However, you'd like to see a stop right here on second down and 10. Shift by the offense. Looks like they were lined up on the wrong side. Quarterback keeper picks up positive yardage again, maybe 3 yards on the gain.
Quarterback keeper
moves it towards the right side hash.
Gain of 4 on the play. It's going to bring up third down.
They're going to have that spotted at the 22-yard line. Needs to get to the 15 for the first down.
All right, fans, let's make some noise. Big third down for the Wampus Cat defense.
A lot of offensive motion being called right now for Ringling.
By the way, big crowd today here in Atoka for the game opener.
A phenomenal turnout, game one.
Here's the snap, rolling left, dragged down in the backfield.
And the quarterback is sacked.
Mr. Hayden Cooper for the Atoka Wampus Cats on the tackle.
Hayden Cooper on the stop.
That's going to bring up 4th down and long for the Blue Devils.
So the Blue Devils are going to have a decision to make here. They're in the same position that the Wampus Cats were in on their last offensive possession.
Pretty much that. I mean, we're talking about a matter of, what, 2 yards difference?
Yes.
I mean, and you have to kind of go for it. There's not a lot of kickers in high school that can kick that far, unless you're Reddy Mustafari from Atoka.
I have seen one. Just one, though. Oh.
And we got offsides by the defense, I believe. So tough. That one is tough. It's going to, instead of making it 4th down and 10, it'll make it 4th down and 5.
That was Shy Washington on the defensive offside call there. I think he was just.
And now we got another flag, it looks like. That one's going to go against Atoka as well. I'm not sure what L.J. Lefevre said, but it was directed at him. Unsportsmanlike conduct, and they're going to pull Lefevre out of the game. Checking in for him will be Malachi Brooks. Coach and staff having a conversation with Lefevre right now. I'm not sure what happened, what transpired, what he said, but Brooks coming in for his spot at the moment. They're moving it first. By the way, the unsportsmanlike conduct, instead of it being 4th down and 5, it's now 1st down.
It's those silly mistakes like that is what kills you in a ball game, plain and simple. I think emotions are a little bit high. Ringling getting really good field position.
Going to set up at the 10-yard line. 1st down and 10. 7:06 remaining in the first half. And taking the snap. Defense in the backfield. McCall wrangles them down behind the line of scrimmage. What a play! Getting through the offensive line was Wade McCall, the junior. I tell you what, he came in as a sophomore last year, and against Ringling had one of the best games that I had seen. If I remember correctly on the stat, he had like 15 tackles in that game. 3 of those for losses. I might be a little bit wrong on the losses, but 15. It was around 15 tackles in that game.
I vaguely remember that he was flying around.
Cut him loose. So it'll be 2nd down and long again here for Ringling in the red zone still. They're going to hand off up the middle, stopped and stuffed by, who did I just mention?
Wade McCall on the stop again for the Wampus Cats.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
2 big defensive stops by this Wampus Cat defense, and now McCall's down on the ground. Getting back up. And the way they're looking at that, I think he might be cramped up. But it's tough too, man. It's this time of year, going from the heat, now it's a little bit cooler.
It's weird because, normally right now in Southeast Oklahoma, on the 1st, 2nd week of September, it's cooking outside. The humidity feels like it's 110%. And, I mean, right now it's beautiful outside. You couldn't ask for a better night of football.
Yeah, and they're stretching him out right now. I think he's going to be fine. But, dude, you've had a cramp before. Those things do not feel good. I mean, it feels like your muscles are on fire and just ripping off your body. It is just the most excruciating pain you can imagine.
Yeah, it's not anything that you can just get up and walk off, because they tend to just stay so tense, and you can't just magically wish that stuff away. I mean, they're going to have to start feeding these guys some extra fluids on the sidelines in between drives and doing the best that they can to keep them in the ball game.
So McCall will come off for a couple of plays and try to walk that one off. Gets up on his own. And that's a good thing. They're going to go ahead and keep stretching him out. I'm telling you, it hurts. It is not anything that's fun. Begin hydration, things of that, what you eat. Hydration, the main thing, keeping your body.
Go buy these boys a box of bananas.
Third down and 10 for Ringling. They're going to hand off, tackle, and stopped. What a great open field tackle that time by Malachi Brooks. And that's going to bring up fourth down here for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, Peyton Waldy, the quarterback, gives the handoff to Kyson Fincher for the Ringling Blue Devils. And the Atoka Wampus Cats are there on the outside waiting for him. It's a good defensive stop.
So here's the fourth down attempt by Ringling. Shotgun formation, one wide out to the right, one to the left. They're looking to pass, and we've got a stoppage on the play, flags. And we're going to call a false start on Ringling, so they'll back it up. It'll be fourth down and 15.
Ringling looking to stretch out their wide receivers on that last play call. It's going to be fourth and long for the Ringling Blue Devils as the play clock begins to start. Trying to pick their battle wisely here. Ringling up to the line of scrimmage. Two wide outs to the side. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Pass to the outside to Mr. Kyson Finch. And that's going to be a turnover for the Ringling Blue Devils. And your Atoka Wampus Cats are now going to start their third offensive possession. Little deep, you know, in their territory.
It's not as bad as that first possession.
But not near as bad as what their first possession was.
Field position, listen, you got to like the stop. You have to be happy with the stop defensively. That's what you've been looking for. All right, you hold them, no points on the board. You don't really care about the field position at this moment because obviously it's because you did something the right way.
Yes, absolutely. And you make a fantastic point here. We're what, 4 minutes here left in the second quarter, right before halftime, and the score is 6-0.
Mm-hmm.
Your defense is doing something right.
Defensive ball, baby. And here's the handoff from the Ace formation, and stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Ezekiel tried to bounce it outside.
Yeah, defense was just there swarming.
I really think he made a last-minute call there because it appeared as if he was trying to take it up B gap, and there wasn't anything there, and he bounced it outside, and unfortunately there wasn't anything there either. It's going to be a second and long for the Wampus Cats.
I mean, that's how shifty he is. I mean, to be able to, you're hitting that B gap, right? You shift, and then you're already to the outside, but the defense obviously swarming. This is a well-coached team from Ringling. And didn't really see who had the ball there. A lot of white jerseys surrounding.
Handoff goes to number 24, J.D.
And that was J.D. Bland on the carry. J.D. Bland, man, he's one of my favorites on this team. Such an incredible, just spirit that he brings, energy that he brings in a conversation.
Well, and you've seen it early here in the game. It appears as if he's been struggling with muscle cramps as well, and he's already back out there trying to battle for his team and his town. I mean, talk about heart.
You got to think, too. I mean, when you're practicing on turf, it's hot down there.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter what the temperature is. It gets hot on turf. And they're looking to pass. Throwing this one deep. He's got a man open, but is thrown short.
He was reaching for Javon Keaton.
Prince Coleman was intended on the target. Had a little bit of space, but again, it was underthrown.
My apologies, that was Prince Coleman on wide out.
4th down and 10 here. You're going to want to punt this one away.
Yeah, they're just going to have to lick their wounds on this one and send their defense back out onto the field and try and keep things close until halftime.
Thing is you don't want your defense playing too much of the first half because, again, when it comes to fatigue and things, that fourth quarter and, low snap. And Atoka will turn the ball over at the 2. That one, again, it was a low snap. He couldn't get the punt off.
It was. Aiden Middleton tried to make the kick, and it ended up being a low snap. He kind of bobbled it, and they were right on top of him.
God, that's unfortunate right there, as now Ringling with just amazing field position. 2:13 remaining. I mean, you can take your time on this. With the offense that you run the clock down, still have just, 40 seconds left to go if you do it the right way. I mean, you could technically run the clock down a little bit more. We got a timeout called. We're going to take a timeout as well here on the Ion Sports Network. Our current score, 6-0 with 2:13 remaining in the second quarter of play. We'll be right back.
My name is Judy Wheeler. I had a tooth pulled, and I didn't realize how valuable that tooth was till I couldn't chew on that side anymore. And Dr. Holcomb pulled that tooth for me, and then a short time later, I came back to work with the lady on the financing. There was no stress, there was no pressure, there was no anything. It's just, this is what's available, and y'all can work it out the way that works for you. And we were able to work out a plan that everything just went like clockwork. Now I can chew again on that side.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 West Side Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
.213 remaining here in the second quarter of play. Our score is 6-0. Atoka trails right now. Ringling with the football in Atoka territory. Great field position, too. Where do they have this again? At the 2-yard line?
2-yard line, yes, sir.
See if they just go ahead and try to punch it in. If they're going to take their sweet time. Handoff. And they punch it in on the first play. So one play, touchdown.
Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And it's now 12-0.
Just little mistakes here and there, and they're going to add up, and they're coachable mistakes. They're coachable mistakes.
What really kind of, again, the snap, those things happen.
They do. They do.
You can't let those things happen at the 2-yard line. They're going to go for 2 here. Shotgun. Rolling right. Throws. Is that intercepted?
2-point conversion is no good. Pass broken up.
Doesn't matter. It is no good. And so we go with 2:09 to break. 12-0 is the score as we return here in just a few minutes.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
H&L Custom Processing is proud to support the Atoka Wampus Cats. A family-owned business by Gary and Charity Hensley, H&L offers custom processing of wild game as well as local livestock. H&L is USDA certified and makes it a goal to provide excellent service, cleanliness, and up-to-date processing services in their state-of-the-art facility. With immediate openings for beef and pork processing, H&L is here to help get your team ready for tailgating or backyard cookouts this season. Stop by and check out their facility in Colgate or call 580-258-0263 for more information.
And as we come back, the kick short, caught up to about the 45, down to the 47, and a nice return for the Atoka Wampus Cats. That was Aiden Middleton. And good field position here with 2:03 remaining in the first half of play. Atoka trails 12-0.
Yeah, Ringling's first touchdown. They had great field possession. Their second touchdown, which they just scored moments ago, a mistake by the Wampus Cats was put in another good field position.
Peyton set back in shotgun. Two wide receivers set off to the left, man in motion, and they're going to swing it out to Brooks, who cuts it up to about the 49-yard line, so positive yardage as they cross that halfway barrier.
Yeah, D. Dunn, Colt Lester on the defensive stop there for the Blue Devils.
Nice little view right there of the players in the huddle. Got the sideline cameras today. Atoka set up in the I formation. One wide receiver left and right. They're looking to go deep down the field, and it's underthrown. I don't think the wide receiver saw where the ball was at in the air.
You're absolutely correct. I think he lost it in the lights there, Mike.
It was intended for L.J. LaFavor.
Yeah, I mean, he had some separation from that DB as well.
Yeah,
he just ended up losing it in the lights.
You see it, you turn back on it, but again, yeah, he just couldn't locate where the ball was at. It was underthrown to begin with. So now it's 3rd down and 10. It is a passing situation. Defense coming out 4-3, and they run, and they get it to about the 45. So really it's 4th down and 2 here. You're on their side of the field, so I think you go for it right here.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I really feel that that's the right play call at this moment.
You have to put points up. The minute 32 left in the first half. You've got to go into the half with some kind of point.
Well, you've got the drive. You've got the momentum of the drive on your side. You've got 2 yards to gain.
J.D. Bland in the backfield. Ezekiel Brooks in the backfield. We've got a timeout called. We'll keep it right here. Take you back to that opening drive. You know, Atoka started off, you know, the botched kick return started off at the 2-yard line. 5 plays and a punt. Ringling came out on their first possession, and from the 32, they drove it 68 yards for a 4-yard touchdown run to make it 6-0. And then Atoka with the botched snap, 2 yards, touchdown run for Ringling, put them up 12. Now, they missed the 2-point conversion on both tries, then missed the field goal on the first offensive possession. That's where you get your point total here in the first half.
You got to give it to the defensive line, though, man. They've been working their tails off this half.
I formation, 4th down, 2, cuts upfield, gets past the first down marker, and they keep the drive alive with 1:11 left.
J.D. Bland keeping the ball.
First down and 10.
Coming right up through the middle for the Wampus Cats. Great run.
Now, Ringling still has 3 timeouts remaining. Atoka still has 1 timeout.
Play clock is running.
It's hard to believe that Ringling hasn't used a timeout in this first half. 2 wide receivers set off to the left here in the shotgun. Peyton takes the snap, looks right, throws down the field, double coverage. No flags on the play.
No, Malachi was looking for a flag, but it looked like he was defended quite well.
Yeah, that was pretty good coverage. Again, it was in double coverage down the sidelines. You know, in that position as a wide receiver, you don't really have a lot of options of where you can go if you don't have 2 steps on your defender.
No, not in double coverage.
.45 seconds remaining. Second down, looking to pass, going deep down the sidelines, and it is intercepted. Did they count it? Did they say it's out of bounds? They wave it off.
They are saying he was out of bounds.
Well, they're going to keep Atoka on offense with 39 seconds remaining. Lucky there as it was intercepted, but he couldn't get a foot in. I'd really like to see that pass down the middle of the field.
Well, Ringling's got their safety playing deep.
Shotgun. Caught at the 29. Or 29. Can't even get my numbers right. The 34.
Danny Scott on the catch.
Gets out of bounds. 32 seconds remaining.
Danny Scott gives the Wampus Cats another first down and 10.
Clock is stopped. First and 10. Wampus Cats coming up to the line, shotgun formation.
Here's the snap. Looking left. And, boy, I tell you what, if Malachi doesn't stop right there and just splits through the defense, he might have a catch.
The speed of Malachi is very impressive.
We got a flag on the play. This one might be holding. No. It is against the defense, personal foul.
So the Wampus Cats getting the break here right before halftime with the personal foul call.
.1 yard to go for the first down. 28 seconds. And I assume you're probably still throwing the ball right here and looking for the sideline. You've got 1 timeout still remaining.
Well, I don't know. I'm more of a
hold on. They're moving this. They're calling it first down. Moving the ball now. We'll take it. Here's the shotgun. Pugh steps up, takes off, cuts towards the out of bounds, gets to the 10-yard line and takes a brutal hit out of bounds. Stops the clock. 21.3 seconds remaining.
Kyson Fincher with the Blue Devils coming in to get the hit.
Second down.
You have to get to the 6-yard line. They're going to spot this at the 11.
So it is now 2nd and 5 for the Wampus Cats as they come to the line.
J.D. Bland in the backfield. Ezekiel Brooks. They're going to throw this one into the end zone. It is caught. Javen Keaton, the 6-foot sophomore. And Peyton Pugh drops a dime in the end zone.
Javen Keaton going up, retrieving that ball big time for the Wampus Cats right here before halftime. It's a beautiful throw and a great catch.
And Atoka goes up on with their first score of the game. They're going to go for the extra point here. Beautifully done. 17 seconds still remaining in the first half of play, but what a pass there by Peyton in the corner of the end zone, just beautifully placed.
And it looks like the Wampus Cats are
Now
going to go for a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, they're nope, they aren't kicking.
I'll take that back.
And the kick is blocked. Thought he caught that for a second. All right, 12-6 is our score. 17 seconds remaining in the first half of play. We'll be right back.
My name is Dr. Matt Holcomb. I'm the owner of Custom Dental of Atoka. We pride ourselves to always being up to date with the newest in technology in dentistry. Have you ever wondered what it would take to have that smile you've always dreamed of? Come visit us at Custom Dental of Atoka. We'd love to go over that with you. If it's implants, if it's braces, if it's cosmetic dentistry, we'll do whatever it takes to get that smile that you've always hoped for and dreamed of. We love serving people, love serving our community, love serving God. Come see us and see how we can take care of all your dental needs.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
All right, here is the kick. Ringling catches at the 10-yard line and will fall down at the 23. Was somebody knocking on that door?
Oh, it was Mr. Coach Dale that just wanted to stop in.
Love that guy, man.
He is one of a kind.
You want to talk about who's a Wampus Cat and who isn't? That guy has earned his status as a Wampus Cat over the years. State champion. Sir. One of the winningest coaches in Oklahoma.
And really just a phenomenal all-around human being.
Human.
Yes.
Just one of the greatest humans you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
He gets cranky sometimes, but we still love him. You know, that just comes with age, I guess. I keep telling my dad that. He's not listening. 12 seconds remaining in the broadcast. Speaking of dads, we'll talk about yours here in just a second as they're going to knee this one down. Never in my life would I have ever thought that I would have a conversation with a parent of my childhood through gifts on Facebook, and that is your dad. 12-6 is our score here at the break. Ringling on top as we go into halftime. We'll have more coming up on our halftime show. Michael Gabbard, Kalen Nagorski on the broadcast here, KHKC 1021 FM. We've got a lot to talk about here in this second half, or before the second half. But, man, what a game we've seen so far here in Atoka. Kind of like what we saw last year between these two teams, but we'll take a break and be right back.
Since 1971, Westside Family Dentistry has been committed to enhancing the natural beauty and function of your smile while improving your oral and overall health. Using state-of-the-art technology, our friendly staff will take care of all your needs, from routine care, crown and bridge, implants, and even orthodontics, including Invisalign. Westside Family Dentistry is the premier choice to create beautiful, healthy smiles for the whole family.
At D&H Tires, all they do is rims and tires. That means when you buy from D&H, you're getting the best deal from experts that know. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even ag equipment. If it needs rubber to roll, then you need D&H Tires. The best deals on tires and rims in Atoka and Cole County. So hurry into D&H Tires, 309 South Mississippi in Atoka, and follow D&H Tire on Facebook for their ever-changing specials. D&H Tires, tires for everyone's budget.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
Or you like them built tough.
There is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka. And StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
Proudly serving you and your communities.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
Logan & Sons in Atoka has the outdoor equipment from top brands to make your outdoor work or play a cinch. Still, Exmark, Hustler, Spartan, Intimidator UTVs, and Envy neighborhood vehicles are in stock and ready for you. Stop by today at 853 South Mississippi or call 580-889-3329. Logan & Sons, proudly supporting all our local athletes.
The RX shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their two daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
H&L Custom Processing is proud to support the Atoka Wampus Cats. A family-owned business by Gary and Charity Hensley, H&L offers custom processing of wild game as well as local livestock. H&L is USDA certified and makes it a goal to provide excellent service, cleanliness, and up-to-date processing services in their state-of-the-art facility. With immediate openings for beef and pork processing, H&L is here to help get your team ready for tailgating or backyard cookouts this season. Stop by and check out their facility in Colgate or call 580-258-0263 for more information.
Welcome into the halftime show today, brought to you by Logan & Sons. Whether you're taking on large commercial landscapers or your own backyard, trust Logan & Sons with a full line of Stihl, Hustler, Exmark, and Spartan outdoor power equipment. Follow Logan & Sons on Facebook. I know you use Logan & Sons quite a bit.
Absolutely. Marcus and his team up there at Logan & Sons they do a phenomenal job of taking care of the citizens of Atoka and their surrounding citizens in our surrounding counties. So hats off to those boys.
I just got my lawnmower from them, and I know you're excited about that. You don't have to drag yours over to my house anymore.
Oh, well, that's a long 7 miles to drive that lawnmower over there.
It is halftime here in Atoka right now. We've got about 15 minutes before we start that second half, but 12-6 is our score. Ringling on top. Let's talk a little bit about what we saw in that first half.
Hey, so a lot to talk about. I saw a lot of good things, and then we saw, some minor mistakes from the Wampus Cats. They had a bobbled snap. They had JD had that personal foul called on him, unsportsmanlike. I'm sorry. It's those little things like that you're just gonna experience it. It's gonna happen, and I can assure you that the coaching staff is making adjustments at halftime to make the correct decisions and turn this ball game around and get that first win of the season.
Yeah, the penalties, the silly penalties at that. And you got to look at some of the things that transpired. I mean, you get the ball at the 2-yard line, all right, to start the game off, your first offensive possession. You give up the ball at the 2-yard line there in that first half as well, and you're still only trailing by 6.
Yeah, and that just goes to show how well your defense is working. It's been a battle in the trenches ever since the beginning of the game, and it's been an exciting football game. Thoroughly looking forward to the second half.
Yeah, we saw some great things. Peyton Pugh throwing a dime, an absolute dime into the corner of the end zone. Who was that on the catch, by the way? It was Malachi Brooks. Malachi Brooks, he's been all over the place. Ezekiel Brooks, too, has had a great game so far running the football. I don't know if you've got stats on any of that, but we'll try to get stats at some point through the course of the season. Kalen's still in training right now. That just is what it is.
Yeah, it's hard to find good help these days. But
I'll beat him into shape at some point.
We're going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay.
We've got college football going on tomorrow. We'll talk a little bit about that, talk about your Nebraska Cornhuskers. But, you've got to be happy if you're Atoka right now, only trailing by 6. It's anybody's ball game. You can take away some of those silly penalties, those silly mistakes, and go into the second half and play a clean second half, then this could be a totally different ball games in regards to who we're saying is leading come that fourth quarter.
Yeah, we saw the offense bust out and have some long downfield plays that changed the momentum there for a little bit. They were getting positive yardage on offense, but wow, their defense has been working their tails off.
Wade McCall has been a boss back there.
He has.
Absolute boss. Taking after his brothers. Great football family right there. They have all just been amazing athletes.
Yeah, and I don't want to be biased here at all. I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due to the Blue Devils and Kyson Fincher and Peyton Waldy with the Blue Devils.
They've had some pretty good.
Had a really good first half.
Yeah, and then you got to give credit to the offensive line. The Ringling's offensive line there in that first quarter of play was just phenomenal.
It could be a couple different things. It could just be that it could be conditioning. It could be just more discipline. There's several factors that can play in to that.
We'll see what that is coming up here shortly. We got 11 minutes before the start of the second half of play. We'll take another break. Here it is, the halftime show, again brought to you by Logan & Sons. Roaming the neighborhood or the back 40, do it in an Intimidator UTV or an NV crossover. Test drive one today at Logan & Sons at Atoka. All right, we'll be right back. It is currently 12-6 at halftime in Atoka on the Ion Sports Network.
The RX shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their 2 daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the third generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you.
Well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on this 2024 Silverado. Or get $5,750 total cash allowance. That's 10% below MSRP.
Chevrolet, the #1 selling truck brand in Texoma.
Since 1971, Westside Family Dentistry has been committed to enhancing the natural beauty and function of your smile while improving your oral and overall health. Using state-of-the-art technology, our friendly staff will take care of all your needs, from routine care, crown and bridge, implants, and even orthodontics, including Invisalign. Westside Family Dentistry is the premier choice to create beautiful, healthy smiles for the whole family.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
Logan & Sons in Atoka has the outdoor equipment from top brands to make your outdoor work or play a cinch. Still, Exmark, Hustler, Spartan, Intimidator UTVs, and Envy neighborhood vehicles are in stock and ready for you. Stop by today at 853 South Mississippi or call 580-889-3329. Logan & Sons proudly supporting all our local athletes.
Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma has some exciting news. Opening this fall, the new location at 457 South Mississippi Avenue in Atoka will open. This large, modern health center will be able to provide comprehensive health care complete with an in-house discount pharmacy, serving all patients, regardless of their ability to pay. Same-day appointments available, accepting insured and non-insured patients alike. Open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Fridays 7:30 to 11:30 a.m. For more information, visit the current location at 1556 South Virginia Avenue. Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma. The right team making a difference.
My name is Judy Wheeler. I had a tooth pulled, and I didn't realize how valuable that tooth was till I couldn't chew on that side anymore. And Dr. Holcomb pulled that tooth for me. And then a short time later, I came back to work with the lady on the financing. There was no stress, there was no pressure, there was no anything. It's just, this is what's available, and y'all can work it out the way that works for you. And we were able to work out a plan that everything just went like clockwork. Now I can chew again on that side.
H&L Custom Processing is proud to support the Atoka Wampus Cats. A family-owned business by Gary and Charity Hensley, H&L offers custom processing of wild game as well as local livestock. H&L is USDA certified and makes it a goal to provide excellent service, cleanliness, and up-to-date processing services in their state-of-the-art facility. With immediate openings for beef and pork processing, H&L is here to help get your team ready for tailgating or backyard cookouts this season. Stop by and check out their facility in Colgate or call 580-258-0263 for more information.
AmeriState Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At AmeriState Bank, you're more than a customer, you're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at AmeriStateBank.com. AmeriState Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back into the Ion Sports Network as we'll get our camera back here in just a second. But our current score is 12-6. Ringling on top, taking care of a bunch of stuff from our Lone Grove and Pottsboro locations at the moment. Did we lose camera? I think we did. So, what are we looking at this half?
Well, we're going to see both teams making halftime adjustments, both on offense and defense. The Wampus Cat's down by 6 right now, 3 minutes left in halftime. We're in a defensive battle at the moment. Ringling showed up. They put one in the end zone there early. Atoka's had, some silly penalties that they should probably clean up, and we're looking to come back and have a strong second half.
We got live football action. All right, what time is it? We got 2:41 left. There's a lot going on behind the scenes right now. You should be glad that you don't have to be a part of, Kalen.
Oh no, I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. I'm happy to be here.
I don't think people understand this. And now I'm starting to sound like my boss. Let me pull this up real quick from Max Preps. I want to pull up Atoka's record since 2004. Let's see here. Because I thought this was very intriguing. All right, let's go to more game history. Let me get a guess from you. What do you think Atoka's record since 2004? You graduated 2007.
Correct.
Okay. What do you think from 2004 forward Atoka's record is?
Oh my goodness, I couldn't even begin to take a guess.
Would you say it's a winning record?
Oh, absolutely. Wampus Cat for life, baby.
All right, don't be too gung-ho over here, okay?
Okay.
You want to know what Atoka's record is?
Yes.
From today, dating back to the 2024 season.
Let's hear it.
58 wins and 144 losses.
Yeah, it's a hard statistic to, well, actually, it's not a statistic. It's just a proven fact.
It's a fact.
It is a fact. It's a hard one to swallow. But you know what? It's a new day. It's a new season. There's new things that are happening. There's positive things that are happening.
Here's the positive. Here's what I'm talking about. Atoka has had more success under Coach Cup than anybody else since the 80s.
Well, it just shows his dedication to not only the school, but to the city of Atoka to do the very best for these kids and, lead them to the playoffs each and every season. And that's not an easy thing to do. You have injuries to deal with. We're all human. We get sick. So, you trying to keep everybody healthy and make the playoffs. It's not easy.
It's not, but to me, it's impressive that, since he came in, they didn't win a game his first year, and they have had nothing but success. Take last year, okay? They had some issues going on. They win 3 ball games. They missed the playoffs for the first time since his first year. He's been here for 7 years, so that means he's had 5 winning seasons out of the 7, or he's had 4 winning seasons out of the 6 that he's coached complete.
Yeah, and that's a huge positive.
But listen to this: 4 winning seasons in 6 years, and he still won more games as an Atoka Wampus Cat than all the previous coaching staffs before. That's all I'm throwing out there. He's had a lot of success, and that's
he's doing a phenomenal job, and his assistants are doing a phenomenal job.
Got a couple of minutes. Again, it's 12-6 at the current moment. 150 remaining before we start this second quarter of play, or second half of play. I probably need to change that on the scoreboard. Nebraska man, who you got this week?
Oh, I'm hoping my Cornhuskers can take down the Buffaloes tomorrow. I want to give a shout out to Chris and Seth Tree and Diana Tree that are up in Lincoln tonight. They've got tickets to the ball game tomorrow evening, and we wish them safe travels.
I'm taking Seraphine to the OU game tomorrow too.
Are you? And yeah, she'll be excited about that.
I'm not sure. She thinks she's a Texas fan.
Oh my. I'm going to have a talk with that girl.
Yeah, that's what I said. When she told me the first time, I said, Seraphine, you're grounded.
That's what I would have said.
No more. You're grounded. You're not allowed to watch Paw Patrol anymore.
No more Bluey for you.
No more Bluey for you. Grow up. No Texas fans around here. I don't care if you're 7. So yeah, I'm hoping to convert her tomorrow. That's cool. Chris and them are up in the Nebraska area getting ready to watch that game.
It is. It's exciting.
When I think of him, I think of Nebraska. I think of you. I think of him. I think of Josh Harrington. All you Nebraska fans here in the Oklahoma area, which is weird to me.
We are few and far between, but brothers stick together.
You Polish.
Throw them bones.
The Polish god of thunder. All right, here is the kick in the start of the second half. Ringling's got the football up to about the 25, and they get past a couple of tackles and downed at the 31.
And the kickoff is returned out across the 30-yard line to the 31.
You haven't been called that in a while, have you?
That's where the Blue Devils
I've gotten accustomed to your majesty.
The Polish god of thunder, Kalen Nagorski.
Privileged to be on the radio this evening with you, Mike.
We spend way too much time together.
It's got to be that lawnmower.
Yeah, I know. Probably the lawnmower. First down for Ringling at the 31. They come out in a shotgun. One wide receiver set off to the right or left side of the field, cuts it up the middle, and gets into the secondary at about the 40, close to that first down marker. And it'll be second down and short coming up.
Zach Jim on the defensive tackle for the Wampus Cats. Ringling back up to the line of scrimmage with the hurry-up offense.
And they're just finding holes in that defensive line right now as they cut up for a first down.
Kyson Fincher on the carry for the Blue Devils.
That'll be enough for a first down.
The consistency of Ringling and their program over the years has been pretty impressive.
Absolutely.
First down and 10 with 11:03 remaining here in the third, as we're just now getting things started off in the second half. Quarterback keeper cuts left side of the field down the sidelines and is tackled close to the 0 at the 40-yard hash mark. We're going to say he is actually downed at the 43. Ringling has been a program that's had a ton of success over the years.
Well, they've showed up tonight in Atoka, and they appear to mean business.
Since 2004 for them, their record is 197-46. A lot of success. Some
Yes,
championships. 11-game win streak back in 2008. 10 in 2007 and 2009.
A 5-yard penalty.
But a lot of success.
Had a false start there for the Blue Devils. Rhett Roberts was a little early off the snap.
So we'll have a first down and 15 here for the Blue Devils. Shotgun defense. Cutting the middle. Gain of a couple. And McCall is there on the stop once again.
Second down.
No doubt in my mind, McCall, just a junior this year, will be a college prospect.
My goodness, that doesn't seem possible.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what I thought.
Maybe that's your problem. You're thinking. Shotgun. And quarterback keeper cuts it up the middle, close to the 40, and then stopped once again. Who do we have on there? We had McCall again on
Coben.
And Tristan Coben coming in there on the assist.
Coming up with the big stick.
Number 7, Wade McCall.
Love to see those linebackers flying around there on the second level, doing their job.
Talking to Coach Cup, that is definitely what he said the strength of the defense was that linebacker area. I mean, they are deep at linebacker. He's got a lot of confidence. Defense shifting a little bit. 3rd down and 11 here for Ringling. Man in motion. And they're going to hand off tackle. Cuts up, not enough for the first down. It will bring up 4th down in about 5.
Kyson Fincher again on the run for the Blue Devils. I'm starting to see a dynamic duo here with Mr. Kyson Fincher and Peyton Waldy. They're kind of like the kind of got that Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes thing going on.
And we have the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift thing going on.
For the defense, let's make some noise.
Again, yes.
I'm a beautiful singer. That's what I meant. All right, 4th down and 5 here as Ringling's got the football at the 38. Quarterback keeper up the middle, and it's not enough for the first down. It's a turnover on downs. Atoka will get the football with great field position at the 35. By the way, stick around for our post-game show that'll be coming up. It is brought to you by Farmer Agent Lucinda Holland. If you're looking for an insurance agent who can help you understand in your options, call Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3347.
It's a great defensive stop there for the Wampus Cats coming out of halftime.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 here with 7:56 on the clock. And they're going to jet sweep this one out to Brooks, Ezekiel Brooks, and he cuts it up to about close to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Brooks saw something open there in the middle of the field, and he just cut north immediately.
Boy, they sure do like him, though.
Great eyes upfield, seeing the field tonight.
They have moved him all over the field. They've put him in the slot. They put him out at wide receiver. They've found ways to get him the ball from different spots and try to disguise him within the offense. And he's had a pretty good game so far.
Very versatile guy.
Lined up in the ace formation. And they're going to sweep this one out. Looks like it's going to be a running back pass. He's wide open. It is caught at the 25-yard line. 10-5, touchdown Wampus Cats. Prince Coleman on the reception. The throw came off Zach Jim, the backup quarterback, by the way.
What a
and
play
Atoka
that
ties
was.
the game up.
What a play that was. It appeared to be a halfback pass, essentially.
It was. Halfback pass. And hold on. We're having a conversation with the refs? No.
We've got a flag down on the field. I don't know why that is. We'll stand by.
I wonder if this is for celebration.
And get the story. They pick the flag up, and they're chatting with
waving it off.
Coach Coons.
Waving off.
It's
a sideline warning. They're waving the flag. And so the extra point to give Atoka the lead with 6:55 remaining in the third. Beautifully drawn up play.
And just like that,
did not expect it.
We got a tied ball game.
People forget. Backup quarterback can throw the ball around too.
Now the Wampus Cat have weapons.
Here's the kick. It is up. And it's no good. We will stay all squared up at 12 with 6:55 remaining in the ball game, in the third quarter of the game. And we'll be back here on the Ion Sports Network in just a few minutes.
Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma has some exciting news. Opening this fall, the new location at 457 South Mississippi Avenue in Atoka will open. This large, modern health center will be able to provide comprehensive health care complete with an in-house discount pharmacy, serving all patients, regardless of their ability to pay. Same-day appointments available, accepting insured and non-insured patients alike. Open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Fridays 7:30 to 11:30 a.m. For more information, visit the current location at 1556 South Virginia Avenue. Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma. The right team making a difference.
45% of people put off buying life insurance according to industry research. Insuring yourself and your family can help you be more prepared in the event of an illness or a tragic accident. Call your local farmer's agent, Lucinda Holland, and discover coverage options you can tailor to your priorities and budget. To learn more about your coverage options, call Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3745.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Life insurance issued by Farmers New World Life Insurance Company, Bellevue, Washington. Industry research conducted by Lima, and Life Happens in 2021.
Welcome back in to the Ion Sports Network. All tied up at 12. Huge pass from the backup quarterback who was at the halfback position when he threw the football to begin with. And Prince Coleman scores his first touchdown of the season to tie things up at 12. And the kick down. Good field position here for Ringling.
43-yard line.
I think it was a 63-yard throw.
I believe you're correct.
We're arguing about the distance. We haven't been able to keep stats on everything, and that's just because Kalen is a little slow. We love him, though.
I'm slacking, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies.
We love him. All right.
But we're having fun. We're having fun.
We are having fun.
Hey, one interesting fact here for the Ringling Blue Devils there on their kick return.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing that their return scheme is a slow wall setup with a sudden explosion. So it's just
trying to sit back and wait on those blockers. They'll set up at the 42-yard line. Quarterback keeper up the middle and stuffed. Absolutely stuffed.
Big stop on the Wampus Cat defense on first down.
That was 69.
Play brings up second down.
I've seen him listed, Mike.
I don't see him listed either. I'll have to get that here in just a bit. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he was all up in it.
He's a big boy. Of course, we didn't get the rosters until this morning. So we didn't have time to prep or anything on that. So forgive us.
Week 1 Blues.
We've had a lot of Week 1 Blues getting the setup. It's an all-new setup right now. So we're getting things figured out. Second down and 10, 6:06 remaining. Third quarter. Handoff up the middle. And Fincher will get positive yardage.
Up the middle. Gain of 3 on the play. Brings up third down.
Still be third down and long for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, just third and 6.
Thinking about that, man. 194 wins versus 48 losses.
Yeah, that's a statement.
Since 2004. I mean,
you're doing something right.
That's success. Tied up. 5:20, third quarter. Man in motion. Moves from the right side of the line to the left side of the line. Handoff. Fincher does not pick up the first down, but does get positive yardage, and it'll be fourth down and short.
2 yards to go.
So, Michael, what do you do here?
Running up the middle.
You think so? It's 4th and 2 on, what, the 47-yard line?
You've had more success up the middle than you've not had success. And in regards to short yardage.
Yeah, the Wampus Cats making defensive adjustments, last-minute adjustments on the line.
Looks like they're going to try to punt this one away.
High snap.
And the kick. Nobody back for the Wampus Cats. This one will roll into the end zone. And the Wampus Cats will get a touchback.
At the 20-yard line.
And the Wampus Cat offense will head back out to the field.
Coming out with a little bit some more momentum.
Loved the play call on the last offensive possession. Really threw him off. Coach Cup, talking to him this week, said, hey, we'll have some things that you won't believe that we'll be running this year. Obviously, they've come out in the shotgun quite a bit, spreading things out.
Power eye,
which is usually his go-to, but he's switched things up a little bit. And the offense has looked really good considering just 12-12 right now in the third. And Peyton gets positive yardage, not a lot, but enough.
Gain of 2 on the play. Second down.
Second down and 8. And they come out with a halfback pass.
What a play, huh?
It was.
Beautiful catch.
How far do you think it was?
Probably 63, 62. I don't want to get kicked off the air.
Oh, man. Two wide receivers sent off to the left. Malachi Brooks in motion, takes the handoff, and cuts up past the 20-yard line. And Ringling saying they've got it.
Nash Lester with the Blue Devils coming up with a big hit that I believe knocked the ball loose.
They're going to say it stays with Atoka. The ball came out, and Malachi Brooks took an absolute smackdown at the 21. But they're going to say the ball is spotted at the 23.
Yeah, Malachi took a lick on that one.
Yeah, you knew he'd take a lick too.
He's still standing strong, though.
So it will be 3rd down and 8. 2:44 remaining in the third. Shotgun, trips to the left. And Peyton takes off past the first down marker and cuts up to the 38-yard line. Big run.
First down, Wampus Cat.
Atoka moves the chains.
Yeah, so the offense had trips left there on that, and it opened up the middle of the field to allow Peyton to just gain maximum yardage.
Just that little hesitation, on that quarterback draw. Sometimes you see that quarterback draw, and they'll sit back in the pocket for a second and then take off. It was literally just a quick hesitation, and then bam, up the middle, picks up huge yardage of first down, and Atoka moved the chains with 2:11 left on the clock. I formation. Handoff. J.D. Bland, positive yardage, gains about 6. It'll be second down
J.D. Bland up the middle.
and about 3.
Gain of 4 on the play brings up second
Did I
down.
say 4? Or
Yeah, you did say 4, but I mean, think about this: if you're getting 4 yards per carry,
why do they spot it so far back?
You're moving the chains.
Yeah, but why do they spot it so far back? He was like 3 yards from where the spot was, I thought.
Well, they look to be off on their spot here from the booth, but who am I to judge?
Coach Cup is down there trying to make his case on the spot. I don't think they're having it.
Yeah, they do look a yard short.
Second down. And Pugh keeps it. I think the play was actually intended for J.D. Bland, but he took a smack before the handoff, and that forced Peyton Pugh to actually take off with the football.
Yeah,
and
he
still picked up positive yardage. They're close to that first down marker.
He did. Peyton was reading his keys. They had a last-minute mishap, and he pulled it back in and ended up gaining positive yards.
Under a minute remaining here in the third. Fourth quarter coming up here in just a few minutes, just a few seconds. And stick around for that post-game show. Brought to you by Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland. I formation, 3rd down and 1. And I think Atoka is going to get caught for a delay of game. And so, God, you can't have those penalties in 3rd and 1 situations.
Yeah.
And now instead of being 3rd and 1, it's 3rd and 6, and it closes up your playbook and what you're capable of doing.
They were shuffling some personnel there at the very end, and unfortunately it ended up biting them on the play clock.
I mean, you don't want that really in any situation, but definitely don't want it in 3rd down and 1.
No.
Not 4th down and 1 either.
No. Now Atoka's
and now we got a timeout.
So
with that timeout, we'll take a quick timeout as well. It's the Ion Sports Network. We got 14 seconds remaining. No, let's keep it here. Let's keep it here. Let's let the camera crew do their work.
Hey, shout out to the AV team, man.
They're doing good, man.
Yeah, they are. Happy to have them. Happy to have their help.
Talk to
their
Steve.
Experience.
Steve Welch has taken over that video class. And we've worked with him for a couple of weeks in getting everything set up. And, man, I felt so bad for him during, the pregame as we were trying to get everything set up. We were kind of having some issues with some of the cameras, and we finally got it literally working maybe, 2 minutes prior to the start of the stream.
It was close.
And we got everything going. But, you got that week 1 mishaps that you got to work through. And, saying Atoka comes away with if they can come away with a win here tonight, that's a big statement on their season and gives you a ton of confidence, especially going in to weeks 2 and 3 and playing teams like Vian, in your district. Vian coming into the season ranked number 1 in 2A1.
Yeah,
that's going to be a tough one.
I guarantee you that they have that one circled on their calendar.
Trivia question for you coming up here in just a second.
Gunn trips right open for the Atoka Wampus Cats with a flag on the play.
There are 2 teams in our district.
The Blue Devils. Only a 5-yard penalty. It's about the
pull this up real quick.
I believe the penalty was on the Blue Devils there. It's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Wampus Cats on the 48.
There's one team in our district currently that will face off here this season. There's 2 teams on the schedule. Handoff. Gains the first down.
And that goes to number 24,
JD carrying the rock.
First down, Wampus Cat.
Since year 1 of Coach Cup's tenure, because he didn't win a ball game in his first year. But since that year, he is undefeated against 2 teams on our schedule. Can you tell me what those 2 teams are? That coming up here in just a bit. That is the end of the 3rd quarter, as we are all tied up at 12. 4th quarter coming up here in just a second. It's the Ion Sports Network. And the video presentation is brought to you by Ameristate Bank.
At D&H Tires, all they do is rims and tires. That means when you buy from D&H, you're getting the best deal from experts that know. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even ag equipment. If it needs rubber to roll, then you need D&H Tires. The best deals on tires and rims in Atoka and Cole County. So hurry into D&H Tires, 309 South Mississippi in Atoka, and follow D&H Tire on Facebook for their ever-changing specials. D&H Tires, tires for everyone's budget.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Start of the fourth quarter of play, 12 minutes left in the game, all tied up at 12, and Atoka's got the football as we switch sides. Holding on to the football and cutting up to about the 43-yard line. We got a change at quarterback on that play as Zach Jim checks into the game. Backup quarterback.
3 on the play. Second down.
Zach Jim taking it out wide and keeping the wheels turning.
Yeah, high praise for him too. Still in the ball game, coming out of the shotgun formation, man in motion, and he will keep the football, cuts up left side of the field, gets to about the 45-yard line, and that's now third down and 5 to go.
Appeared to be a gain of 4.
Gain of 4 on the play brings up.
There are 2 teams on our schedule that Coach Cup has not lost to since his second season anyway as the head coach for the Wampus Cats. Can you tell me those 2 teams?
You know, if I was just to take a stab at it, I would probably say Colgate.
That's a good answer.
Possibly Antlers.
No, that is not the correct. But Colgate is correct. He has not lost to Colgate since his first season, and Valiant is the second team.
Give that man a high five.
Stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And you look at those Colgate games. 37-0 in 2019. They had a 32-14 victory in 2020, 41-7 in 2021, and 41-0 in 2022, and 21-0 last year.
And Coach Cup making a statement with those
He's been
Wildcats.
very good against Colgate.
Kudos to him.
Valiant.
And the boys and the staff.
Valiant, they lost in his first year. They've only played in 19 and 21, but he's got wins in both of those seasons. 35-6 in 2021 and 28-0 in 2019.
Wampus Cats up to the line of scrimmage. 4th and 4.
Peyton back in the shotgun. Checking back in. Rolls out right side. Kind of, I guess you would call that kind of a shovel pass. I mean, it wasn't really necessarily a pass.
Yeah.
But they don't get the first down, and it will be a turnover on downs as Ringling will take over on their side of the field.
Peyton Waldy with the Blue Devils and that linebacker position, reading his keys and just had him covered smooth up.
That Colgate game will be a good one next week. Boggy Bottom Bowl.
Well, you know, back in my day, that was towards the end of the season, and it made for a wonderful football game.
You know, I was talking to Shane Mazie about that, and obviously he came from the Colgate Wildcats back in the early 2000s. Run up the middle. Big haul as he cuts up the middle of the field, breaks 2 tackles, gets up to the 27-yard line before he's down at the 26. What a run that time by Kyson Fincher. That's the biggest gain of the day there for the Ringling Blue Devils here in the second half.
Breakout play for Mr. Fincher.
Atoka hasn't given up big plays like that, especially in the run.
Not on defense tonight. No, sir.
Ringling in good position now. Hand off, and he stopped. McCall getting to the runner.
Run goes up the middle again. No gain on the play. Tackle made by number 7, Wade McCall.
You know, you played, dude. Colgate was, those guys were big back back in the early 2000s, the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, there was suspicion.
Okay, before you get into that, I asked him that question. I said, hey, come on. Tell me the real reason y'all were so big. And he said, oh, no, it wasn't us. It might have been the classes before. Well, it doesn't, it doesn't. They were so good, man. They had such a great, conditioning program over there back then. But, yeah, Colgate was huge back in the day.
And the quarterback keeps it on the option play. Gain of 3.
So it'll be
on the play. Brings up
third down.
So third and I'm going to call that 6 for the Blue Devils.
And they were
after that breakout play.
And it lost a couple of guys, too, that were big players for the Oklahoma Sooners.
Who's that, the
back
Wildcats?
In the Wildcats,
Yep.
yeah. Do you know who those were?
I do not.
I'll give you one answer, Dan Cody. Here's a handoff up the middle and gets up to the 20. Not enough for the first down. So it'll be fourth down and a couple of yards.
Fourth down for the defense.
Kyson Fincher coming back onto the field for the Blue Devils. This is going to be a big defensive stop for the Wampus Cats.
You don't know the other one?
No, sir.
Jeremy Shockey.
I remember Jeremy.
That
guy was a stud.
Played at Miami.
He was
won a national championship. Went on to pros. Played over in New York. Fourth down and 3. And they stop him. And Atoka takes over.
First down.
It'll be first down and 10 around the 20-yard line. Great defensive play there by the Wampus Cats.
Number 45, Tegan Richardson on the stop. First down.
Atoka's defense is doing really well this evening, keeping tabs on the Blue Devils.
Yeah, the thing I was telling you about those two players, obviously they went to Ada High School. But they were from the Colgate area. Yeah.
Well, move. I guess I should say move.
They hit the portal. The transfer portal.
The old Cole County portal.
Yep. Shotgun here for the Wampus Cats. 7:42 remaining in the game, and we are all tied up. And here's the snap. Looking to go deep down the field. Got a man open, but he can't find the ball. Can't get turned around. And
Prince Coleman.
Yeah, Prince Coleman. We've seen that a couple of times where the football just gets lost in the air. But see, now as a wide receiver, if the ball gets underthrown, that's where you have to take the step back on the defensive back, because that's your opportunity to draw pass interference.
It is, yeah. See if you can't draw some contact from your opponent.
Shotgun. Pass completed at the 25 to Malachi Brooks.
Hughes pass to number 19. Malachi Brooks is complete.
It's going to be third and 3 for the Atoka Wampus Cats.
Down.
And we are now going to take a timeout.
Got a timeout. We also got a birthday, too. It's Darian Washington. It's her birthday today.
Well, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. With a timeout, we'll take a quick break. All tied up, 7:13 remaining in the fourth.
Ameris State Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At Ameris State Bank, you're more than a customer. You're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at ameristatebank.com. AmeriState Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
From the very first moment I walked in the door, I was greeted with smiles, friendly faces, and when we walked back into the atmosphere in the dental area, everybody was very accomplished, experienced, happy with their work. I'm very happy with their work. They took extremely good care of me. Custom Dental is the place to go.
Screenplay as we come back from the break, if you missed it. And maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
We've got an injured player down on the field for the Blue Devils.
Never like to see injuries. And that looks like it's a cramp too. But boy, we've seen a lot of cramps out on the field.
Boys are struggling with that this evening.
And I'm telling you, turf plays a lot into that. You got to think about how hot it does get.
I have heard from former players that had the opportunity to play on turf that it gets hot. It gets very, very hot. Me, myself, I never played on turf.
We had it old school at the old.
I'm pretty sure it was gravel and
field.
dirt
It really
up there on the hill.
It really was. And the funny thing about the old football field is, you see how flat everything is. We didn't have to work with that. We had a hill that we had to climb over at the 50-yard line.
I distinctively remember that you could not see the opponent's ankles on the other side of the field. You could not see them.
Oh man.
That injured player for the Blue Devils is up and around. Number 52, Gary Grother. He's going to take a breather real fast.
That football field had more humps than a Wednesday, man.
That was oh man. Yeah, it was a lot of battles played on that field.
Y'all had some good football teams back then. Of course, you had your quarterback, Daniel Otterberry, who was just an absolute stud at every sport that he played.
Yeah, that crazy guy. Always enjoyed playing with Daniel.
Dude, he's doing really well. He's his kid's involved with an absolute stud. I wish we could get him back to the Atoka area.
He's a great young athlete.
4th down and 10. 7:03 remaining in the game, and Atoka set to punt this one off. Here's the snap. The punt. It is high. It takes a Ringling bounce and is down out at the 39. It's a good field position here for the Blue Devils as they're set to go back on offense.
Malachi Brooks recovering that on the punt team for the Wampus Cats.
If you're Ringling right now, obviously we've seen a lot of runs. You haven't thrown the football around very much. Got a timeout called.
Yeah, so
you're playing right now. Maybe what, running as much clock as you can.
Well, I don't know yet because essentially, being that the actual score here at Atoka is 12-12. These football teams are seen as it's 0-0 right now. It's anybody's ball game. So, who's going to take the shift in momentum to come out on top on this?
Well, I know how you do it. You come out here. You've got 39 yards for Pater, right? You got 6:55 on the clock. Kill that clock. Kill that clock. Try to put a couple of points on and put pressure on that offense that, again, has not. Listen, Ringling's defense has played outstanding today, too. And,
yes.
And Atoka has had some big plays, but let's be realistic. They have not moved the ball down the field consistently in this ball game.
No, you're absolutely.
And you put a lot of pressure on that Atoka offense if you're able to put up at least 3 right here.
You're absolutely right. The Atoka offense is struggling to have consistent drives. Now, they have had breakout plays, but consistent offensive drives – I don't know, Mike. I just don't know it.
Ringling comes out. 6:55 on the clock. Here's the first down run. Big run cuts through the hole, gets into the second field, and is down at about the 33-yard line. Let me rephrase that. The 27-yard line. We've got an injured Atoka player.
Another muscle cramp. Son of a gun.
Boy, I tell you what, Kyson Fincher got into the second level in just a split second.
Yeah, the kid's having a great ball game.
He's got a lot
tough runner.
It's quick.
Very tough runner.
While we've got the injured player down on the field, we'll take a quick break and get right back to action here on the Ion Sports Network.
Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the third generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
6:23 remaining in the game as we're at the break. Ringling with a run up the middle. They gained 5 on the play, and it brings up 2nd down and 5. Ball is at the 23-yard line. Close game, just like last year. Atoka went down 15-12. On pace. Really right now for the same score. Believe it or not, these two teams evenly paired. And a nice open field tackle by number 23 of the Wampus Cats, L.J. LaFavor. He came out in the first quarter of play and was pretty active there on the defensive side. It's kind of been quiet here through the second and third quarter, but has done a lot of little things right.
Yes, he has.
Third down and 2, and it is tight there on the line of scrimmage. And they're going to hand this one off to Fincher as he rolls around the right side of the field. And did he get it was the question.
I believe he did. And that he did. That's going to be enough for a first down for the Blue Devils.
I believe Atoka was saying that they had it. And now we've got another player down with, again, what appears to be cramps. It's week 1.
Yes, it is.
Week 1, man. You're going to have a lot of that week 1.
These boys are going to be sore tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
Credits to both teams, though, on the efforts that are being given tonight. It's a great ball game.
Well,
very fun to watch.
And you speak of being sore. You're going to be sore tomorrow evening, too. I need you to weed eat my yard.
Is 6:30 good? Does that work for you?
God, if you do, man, I love you. I don't want to do it. Under center. A handoff. Pushes the field for some positive yardage. Bring up 2nd down and 6. 5:10 remaining here in the game.
So what I'm observing is that Ringling's offense is going back to that same tight bunch style of offense that they came out with here at the very beginning of the game. You're seeing a lot of quarterback keepers coming right behind their guards and their tackles, and they're trying to penetrate right up through the middle of Atoka's defensive line. That's where they're currently targeting their play calls.
There's a look at the ball right there on the screen. Shotgun, handoff, Fincher up the middle, breaks through, lowers the head, creates the boom, and gets down to the 2-yard line. He did not want to be denied on that one. And now with 4:24 remaining in the game, Ringling is in scoring position.
So I feel that we're coming to the part of the ball game where summer conditioning is going to begin to show up. You're going to start seeing guys. We've seen the muscle cramps all night this evening, but I think here with 4:02 to left to play here in the fourth quarter, you're going to see the summer conditioning start to take effect.
Well, you got 4 shots at it right here from the 3-yard line. Coach Cup talked a lot about conditioning and how he felt they were very well conditioned. Hydrated, maybe another story, though. And a touchdown on the first try from the 3-yard line. And the Blue Devils go up on top, 18-12. Nice drive there by the Blue Devils.
I think Atoka's defense did pretty well on that, considering the Ringling score. But I felt that their defensive line was holding strong. They were getting attacked just play after play. Ringling holding it tight and inside, not really looking to bounce it to the corners or looking at their wide receivers at all. Just keeping everything right behind the tackles.
They're going to go for 2 here. A handoff to Fincher up the middle, breaks the tackle, and is in for the 2-point conversion. 20-12. Atoka down by 8 with 3:43 remaining in the ball game. And an important drive coming up for your Atoka Wampus Cats. We'll be right back on the Ion Sports Network.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big, and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
Welcome back in as the Wampus Cats trail with 3:43 remaining in the game. 20-12 is the score. Ringling on top, and Atoka set to return the kick. And this one is a short kick, caught at the 10. A little bit further than I thought it was going to. Cuts up to the 20, to the 25. He's got space to the 40 and pushed out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Big run for the Wampus Cats. They're set up with good field position here on this possession. That was a nice run by Danny Scott, the freshman, coming in at 5'10", 160.
Look at the freshman showing up.
He's got speed, man.
Yeah, he does. He's out there to play. He's saying, Coach Cup, put me in. Let me contribute.
They actually spotted this at the 50.
Good. It was a 40-yard run back.
Half the field to work with now. You got first down and 10. Didn't hardly take any time off the clock with that. 3:33 remaining. Shotgun. 2 wide receivers set off to the left. 1 to the right. Man in motion now, and quarterback keeper, and Pugh gets up to about the 47, and now they're in Ringling territory.
3 on the play. Brings up second down.
And it's Get you get out of bounds because you get a lot of clock to work with. 2nd down. 7 to go. Took a lot of fight, and again, they have only allowed 1 score here in the second half.
Danny Scott and Malachi Brooks out wide for the Wampus Cats. I formation.
Peyton under center. And he's looking to pass. Rolls out. Decides to keep it. And tries to hit the corner. Gets up to about the 43. Before going out of bounds. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And 3.
So Danny Scott with that really great run back to give the Wampus Cats phenomenal field position. Still in there now for the Wampus Cats. Love seeing the younger guys out there getting some experience.
These are the 3rd down and shorts is where you want to be right now. No penalties. Hard-nosed football up the middle. Gains about a yard. It'll bring up 4th down. And you have to go for it here, but you're able to open up the playbook just a little bit in that 4th down and 2. And again, the problem they had there in the first quarter were those 4th down situations, 3rd down situations where it was 3rd and short, 4th and short, and then a penalty that drove them back.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I've seen from both teams here in the second half is that the penalties have diminished greatly, which is fantastic.
Yeah, you're definitely thinking that if you're Coach Cup right now. You're happy with that. There's been a lot cleaner football here in the second half. I formation. J.D. Bland in the backfield. Peyton Pugh will keep it. He says he's got it. Where they're going to spot him short. Shy of the 40-yard line, and that's what they needed to get the 1st down. Are they going to take a look at this? I don't think you take a look at it. It looks short because
they're spotting him short, but the forward progress was darn close.
They're looking at this one more time. They're going to hold the conversation. They're going to bring out the chain gang. And, I mean, clearly the chain is spotted at the 40, and they've spotted it behind the 40-yard line, and they're going to give it back to Ringling. I don't like the spot. I thought he had it.
I know the forward progress was really close, and I know that who was it, Peyton?
Mm-hmm.
I know Peyton thought he had it too. But you know what? That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Ringling Blue Devils on the 41-yard line.
2:31 remaining in the 4th quarter. The Blue Devils on top right now, 20-12. Still with 2 timeouts. Atoka's only got 1 timeout left. And you can imagine they're going to try to run as much clock off as possible. Positive gain on the play as they run up the middle. And again, that was Kyson Fincher, and he has really carried the majority of the workload here in this game for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and Peyton Waldy, Kyson Fincher, and you always got to give credit to your offensive line. Those guys are working hard up front as well. But they've been the workhorses this evening.
And again, a close game between these two. Ringling has high expectations this year on their season. They went to the playoffs last year. A tough loss in round 1, but they'll be looking to improve on it. Going to hand it off to the big guy down low.
Rumbling.
Number 52, Gary Grother, plays a little bit of a defensive line and offensive line, just a sophomore too. He's a big kid for a sophomore. And we got a timeout on the field. We'll take a break as well. Again, our score is 20-12 with 1:34 remaining in tonight's ball game.
My name is Judy Wheeler. I had a tooth pulled, and I didn't realize how valuable that tooth was till I couldn't chew on that side anymore. And Dr. Holcomb pulled that tooth for me, and then a short time later, I came back to work with the lady on the financing. There was no stress, there was no pressure, there was no anything. It's just, this is what's available, and y'all can work it out the way that works for you. And we were able to work out a plan that everything just went like clockwork. Now I can chew again on that side.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
All right. 1:34 remaining on the clock. Handoff into the face right there, and he's dragged down. Just got a piece of you parenting on the broadcast. Good job, by the way. Laying your foot down, man. Lay that foot down.
2 on the play, brings up 4th down.
Go clean your room. I'm just kidding. Clean your dad's room. You're listening to KHKC 102.1 at Atoka Wampus Cat Field. First game of the season for the Atoka Wampus Cats. They trail 20-12 with 50 seconds remaining. 4th down. They're going to let this clock run down as much as possible. Atoka, 0 timeouts left.
And we have a timeout on the field by the Blue Devils.
Really? Ringling calls the timeout.
Well, that play clock was down to 4 seconds.
Are you sure it was? Because I thought the play clock was still at 8 seconds. I thought you still had plenty of time to run down.
Well, I can't read good, but
I mean, maybe
nonetheless,
maybe it was. I've got a bad view from it. Besides, I don't know the difference between a 4 and an 8 anyway. So a timeout called. Surely you just punt it away right here.
At 4th and 5.
After the punt, I mean, if Atoka is lucky on the time taken off, you'll have about 34 seconds to work with. Unless you can get a block right here. Boy, that'd be huge. Maybe we'll get the punter in the picture as well. And there is the punt. It's low. And it goes out of bounds at about the 24. All right.
At the 24-yard line.
Ball placed at the 24.
Take over 1st down and 10.
You got, what, 76 yards to drive?
Yes, sir.
You need 8 points. You got to go for the 2-point conversion if you can get one in to the end zone.
You rally your troops. You dig in deep.
Give
it everything you got.
0 timeouts. That's the important thing to note right here, because now you know where Atoka has to go with the football.
They're going to need to be headed out of bounds just about every play.
Maybe you can get a post here up the middle. Passing play, and it's off the intended target. Malachi Brooks stops the clock. 26 seconds remaining.
Brings up second down.
Be sure to stick around for our post-game show brought to you by Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland. Lucinda Holland is a farmer's agent serving our community. She is always just a phone call away at 580-889-3347. Stick around for that post-game show. We'll talk a little bit more in depth about this game. The game coming up next week, big one, on the road, hostile environment, Colgate, America.
First road game of the season.
And you get Colgate. Colgate looked pretty good. Peyton is hit as he throws. Almost pulling down the catch was Javen Keaton.
It's a great effort by Keaton.
Ball's incomplete.
Now he had to go over the top just to get that one out. 20 seconds remaining, too.
You know, one thing about the Wampus Cats is that they haven't let off at all. These kids are giving it everything that they've got.
Fight to the end. Just one thing you can say about a Jacob Cup coach team, they do not quit. Trips to the right. Passing play. Defenses in the backfield. Peyton takes off. Positive yardage, gets knocked out of bounds and stops the clock at 13 seconds.
Peyton Pugh keeps it on the quarterback run. Gain of 8. And that'll bring up fourth down.
He has worked his absolute butt off in this game. Right now they trail 20-12. Atoka Wampus Cats trying to get on the board one last time with just 13 seconds remaining in the game.
4th and 2.
Have to get a first down. Have to get the ball out of bounds or hurry up and get a spike. They're going to go deep down the sidelines and can't tell if it was caught or not. They're going to say it was not.
Incomplete.
Ringling will take over, and that will end the ball game with 8.1 seconds remaining. No timeouts left for the Wampus Cats. And that will be your ball game.
Well, tremendous effort on both sides. And a great ball game for week 1.
Yeah, hard-fought defensive battle. Atoka only allowed 1 touchdown in the first half. You know, that second half, that first half, had all those mistakes. And, and I'm telling you, you take away some of those early mistakes, early penalties and things that put Atoka into poor position, and you're looking at a totally different ball game right now.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And the Blue Devils will just take a knee right here and send this one to week 2. Our final tonight, 20-12. Our postgame show coming up. Brought to you by Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland. Atoka loses in their opener at home against a very talented Ringling team. Again, 20-12. We'll have more coming up on the postgame show in just a few minutes on the Ion Sports Network and KHKC 1021 FM.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
come to Dr. Hookham because he was highly recommended. I had dentures ever since I've been 20 years old, so I've had them for 50 years. And out of the 50 years, I had to use all the dental cream and tooth goo, and it's terrible. They got the implants where they snap in and out, and I could not tell you how proud I am of them. And he is great. It's worth the trip to Atoka just to have him work on you.
Let Dr. Holcomb change your life forever. Visit atokadentist.com.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
Logan & Sons and Atoka has the outdoor equipment from top brands to make your outdoor work or play a cinch. Still, Exmark, Hustler, Spartan, Intimidator UTVs, and Envy neighborhood vehicles are in stock and ready for you. Stop by today at 853 South Mississippi or call 580-889-3329. Logan & Sons proudly supporting all our local athletes.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big, and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
Welcome into the post-game show brought to you by Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland. If you're looking for an insurance agent who can help you understand your options, call Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3347. And close game tonight. Atoka goes down in defeat in their home opener, season opener game at that, by a score of 20-12. And Michael Gabbard on the broadcast tonight along with Caitlin Nagorski. Your first game back in a few years. Glad to have you back.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on this evening.
It was a close battle tonight. Some costly turnovers and mistakes in the first quarter really sealed the fate for the Atoka Wampus Cat. They had a clean second half. Only allowed, one touchdown and a 2-point conversion in the second half, but were unable to get on the board themselves and go down in defeat. Things were all tied up at 12 going into the half. And some big plays tonight. some positives that we can look at, some negatives. But let's stick with the positives. What did you see out of Atoka that you liked going into week 2 against the Colgate Wildcats?
Oh, my goodness. I saw far more positives tonight than negatives. And focusing on the negatives will never get you down the road. So let's focus on the good things we did tonight. We had some mistakes, but I really feel that once everybody got the pregame jitters out and everybody, got focused and started, relying on what they've been coached, we saw the Wampus Cats do a phenomenal job on defense. They were digging deep in the trenches. They were trying to give Ringling everything they got, and they did. They did indeed do that. But unfortunately, for this game, they just came up a little bit short. But great things. They're going to go back and they're going to watch film and they're going to regroup and we're going to get ready to go to Colgate.
And I'll tell you this, Ringling, they got some hosses there on the offensive line. That is 100% short. And the same on the defensive line. They really played an outstanding game on both sides. Defensively, they held Atoka to 12 points. And if you look at it from the Atoka side of things. Obviously, those costly penalties set you up in a bad position there in the first half. You allowed a couple of touchdowns, ball placement, things of that nature, short yardage opportunities for Ringling in that first half. But you got to go in and look at that and say, man, if we just clean up a few things in this game, it's ours. Unfortunately, that's not the way that it worked out. Atoka loses, but at the same time, you have positives going in saying, you know what, our defense played pretty good tonight.
Yes, yeah, they did.
Again, 20-12 is the final. They've got Colgate coming up next week. It is the Boggy Bottom Bowl. We'll be bringing it to you live. And again, if you're listening to KHKC, you had a hard time finding the stream, it's pretty simple. You can go to the Atoka website, the Atoka Public Schools website, and locate the link from there. Or you can just go to YouTube and search Wampus Cat's Atoka, and you'll find this game live as well. Also, if you got me on Facebook, I posted the link there a couple of times. You can go there, subscribe. That way you don't have problems finding it again next time. Or you can just go to ionsports.pro. There's plenty of options for you to watch these games live, and we will be on the road next week. Big shout-out, by the way, to Atoka Public Schools for supplying a couple extra cameras, things of that nature, and getting the most important thing, the students involved into the broadcast because, you know what, that's kind of been something that I've been wanting to do with Atoka Public Schools over the course of my years of doing the broadcast, the video broadcast, is getting those kids involved.
Yeah, and having them involved plays a big part of how everything rolls. And tonight was fantastic. Happy to have their help.
Absolutely. Again, 20-12 is the final tonight. Colgate next week. They looked pretty good last week against Dixon. And let's see if I can pull up the score of the game real quick and find out what let me text Cody. Any other takeaways?
You know, I'm just really proud of the Wampus Cats and their staff. I'm privileged to have the opportunity to call the game this evening, and I look forward to getting some W's more on the board later this season.
Colgate tonight fighting against Antlers. Antlers, a team that, they're just feisty. They're absolutely feisty. I'm going to pull up Squirtle real quick and see if I can find.
There's something special in the water down there in Push County.
Yeah. Let's pull up Squirtle real quick and take a look at scores in 2A. And let's see here. Sulphur loses a close one to Washington, 27-24. Marietta takes a loss to Medill, 35-3. See who else we have on here. Heavener goes down to number 3, Central Salisaw, 23-14. Jones, big win against Kiefer, 33-0. And Fairview, which we won't see Fairview until, let me pull this up.
My goodness, Fairview.
Yeah. I believe, is it Colgate that's going to see Fairview? I'm going to have to see that real quick. I can't remember which team actually plays Fairview coming up here pretty quick. Let's see here. I want to pull up some more scores. Valiant, they haven't really updated that one yet. Well, I wonder why the Colgate game is not on this one. Let me pull up 2A2. Colgate Antlers. Colgate goes on to beat Antlers 28-26.
That was a close battle.
Yeah, they start off the season 2-0 on the year, which is a big improvement under new head coach for the Colgate Wildcats, so hats off to them. That'll be a close game next week. And Colgate, obviously new head coach coming in this season. A lot of great things coming their way. So we'll have that game live on the Ion Sports Network. Zach Cater, by the way, offensive guy. They've changed the offensive schemes a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see what they bring to the table.
Yeah, looking forward to that one.
That was actually a double overtime win, by the way. So Great game there here on the network tonight over in the Antlers area because they played on the road too. So, but overall, again, Atoka loses 20-12. Next week, tough matchup. Undefeated Colgate coming into that game early season. Colgate's got a game ahead of you right now in regards to what they've played. Atoka is going to be playing their second game. Colgate will be playing their third is basically what I'm saying. And that should be a great game in Colgate next week. Are you ready for it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It is the Boggy Bottom Bowl. So, again, the final 20-12, that will end it for us tonight. Michael Gabbard, Kalen Nagorski. We will see you live next week at 7:30 kickoff time in Colgate. And this is us signing off saying thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and have a great weekend. Boomer Sooner. Boomer Sooner, right? No? Okay.